to start the only way we know how, with the warm-up. Brought to you from our friends at Brick & Barrel. With a wonderful family atmosphere, Brick & Barrel has a beautiful beer garden and is just the place to take in a game or celebrate after. Brick & Barrel, 155 Joyner Parkway in Lincoln. The way you warm up is the way you perform. So to be the best, you gotta warm up with the best. So warm up with us as we sit down with a member of the Potters coaching staff to talk all things Potters. It's time to get loose and warm up right here on Stone's Radio Networks.
We're not doing the coaching staff today. We're going straight to the top. The manager, John Peters. JP, thanks for joining us. You got to tell Riley to push that button over there for you, so you can be
now
on.
We're
There
on
you
the,
go.
now we're
He's a new kid. We're trying to break
difficulties.
him in. We're getting Stones. We're phasing him out and
right.
trying to get Riley in. So last night I'm walking to my car after the game, and this guy comes up to me and he goes, "Hey, you got any hitters in your car?" Which just lets me know you have never seen my car because it's got nothing in there. But I wanted to ask you, are you the kind of guy you've so many games now? Are you the kind of guy who takes games home with him, or do you leave them at the ballpark?
I went home and I rewatched last night. I sat down on the couch and I rewatched the game last night and, tried to figure out what's going on. It's 2, 3, 4 in a row.
Right.
We got to do something different, right? And if not, it spirals out of control a little bit. So we wanted to take a different approach today, and I think you're going to see a little bit different stuff out of the guys today.
We're going to get to that. I wanted to ask you, when you're talking about taking a different approach, are you a speech giver? I know that you have a guy in your dugout who likes to give speeches. I know that, but I'm wondering, are you a speech giver?
We talked after last night's game, and then we went for some early hitting today.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan actually spoke with the guys. And then I had a team meeting today, before we kind of came out for BP about some of the stuff we wanted to do and the effort we were giving and wins or losses aside, how we approach the game, how we go down, how we win, all that good stuff. But, I think it was time to step in and then kind of give a little bit from me. I think we've seen enough from the guys to be able to have a little feedback. It's been a couple weeks now. Right. And so, I think that was the time to step in.
One thing I think a little overlooked last night, obviously Healdsburg was great last night, but I thought our pitchers did a really good job last night. I mean, a couple of just 2 bad innings in there, and Susak was great at the beginning, just gave up the 2 runs, and I thought Cooper Robinson came in and pitched very well. Maybe got a little tired at the end there and gave up a big hit, but then also Colin Riley came in and did well, so that had to be an encouraging sight. I know you always look for positives, and to me that was a positive yesterday.
100%. You're going to see a dose of arms
tonight.
With a little bit of velo today. We've got a full pen, and with us having 4 games left this week, it was trying to ride those guys a little bit, trying to slate Cooper to start next week in that Thursday spot. So it was trying to extend him a little bit, right? And got a little tired, but he did a really good job for us. Anytime you hang a 2 spot or what, I mean, it's a good outing, right? So we were really thrilled with the way they both threw the ball, and then Colin obviously coming in and showing his debut for us, which was awesome. But you're gonna see another heavy dose of some velo today, which is great, and getting the guys in and ready to throw. So we're excited for the pitching staff and what they bring. 100%.
We're talking about a guy like Cooper Robinson. I didn't know who he was or anything, and I don't know how familiar you are, but when you see a guy like that you really don't know and you see something in him, that's got to be pretty exciting for you guys as a coaching staff.
100%. Yeah, he's a local boy, so he's a local product, and through mutual connections was able to get that done. Obviously, it's you want to win the local game with some of these guys and
absolutely
and bring them in. So that was a big time call we had, a couple weeks ago, trying to lock that in, and super happy we were able to get him and what he's going to bring to our staff.
Finally, Coach, tonight, like you're talking about, things are going to be a little different. I noticed in the lineup they're familiar names, but not names that we've seen so much this year. So it seems like some of the guys who've been getting all the reps kind of taking a break tonight. You're bringing in some new guys. I know that that's kind of tough as far as trying to keep everybody straight, but in this case, it seems like you're really kind of happy about getting that chance to get some new blood in there.
I think some guys have been really doing some good things, and guys do need a blow. And after this, we still do have 3. It's
a
only
bunch
2
more
days,
games,
but we still got 3 this week. So guys need a break, and other guys need to step up and have an opportunity to put their efforts out there. So we're excited to give that a little shot, but excited with the guys that are going to be in there. They'll be swinging the bats. I think we're going to see a little bit more competing out of the guys, you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, I want you to go in. You can use this if you want. Just go in there. Who wants to be the post-game guest? because if you're not winning, you're not getting a post-game guest. And I know that's a very, very coveted spot. Manager John Peters, thanks so much for joining us. Always a pleasure to talk to you every Friday night on the warm-up. We're back with more after this on the Stones Radio Network.
Thank you, guys.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadium. 33 action-packed home games loaded with fun for the whole family, local beer, wine, and eats, fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small-town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Here's a quick look back at Potter seasons past.
Of his newfangled electronics. 0-2, here's the pitch. Another breaking ball. That's hit well to left field. Going back, forget about it. Nolan McCarthy has cleared the wall, and the Potters lead 3-0. McCarthy's third home run of the season. 16 runs batted in for Nolan now, and he just got a breaking ball that was hung up by Shu, and he did not miss it. The backstop gets him on the field somehow. 2-2 pitches, hit a ton to right field. If it stays fair, it's out of here. It is gone. He got all of that one down the right field line. Chase Stanky, home run number 2. Chase got one on the end. It's not official. High in the air, left field, and hit really, really well. Going back. And forget about it. Matthew Lee home run. Potters lead 4-0. Talk about showcase that. A 2-run blast to left field by Matthew Lee, his first of the summer. And Andrew Stapleton, the right-hander, stretches, looks over at third at Furry, who's just goofing around. Swung on, hit well to left center field. On his horse is Kenny DeSalle, still going after it. And it is out of here. It's a home run for J.T. Walden. Kenny DeSalle kept running after. We're trying to track it, and went out of here in left center field. J.T. Walden, home run number 5, and the Potters now lead. But yeah, Willie Preston, you know Willie over there, the best in the business.
I do know Willie.
That ball's
Hi, Willie.
hit deep to right field.
Another one.
Everybody's looking at it because it is gone.
It is out of here.
There you go. You should have called it.
There
Why
you
didn't
go.
I call it?
Well, we had time. That was
Trevor
beautiful.
Tashenko with his second home run of the summer, his second run bat into the day. And I don't know what it is, Miss Christina Werner, but the bats are going
fire
nuts.
right now.
They are going nuts. And I don't think it's Spider-Man. I think it's you.
I think it is me.
I think it is you.
Yeah.
Breaking ball is hit high in the air to center
Oh,
field.
he's
and
back,
it's
back,
hit
back,
deep.
back, back.
Ucell goes all the
right
way
there.
back
It
and
is out of here.
and forget about it. Nolan McCarthy
Gone.
over the top of the batter's eye in center field. That is an impressive
That
home run.
was a home run.
Called perfectly by Christina Werner of Fox 40.
Out of here. That was a
Coming up, Potters Baseball on Stones Radio Networks. Here's a quick look back at Potter seasons past.
3. Hit high, hit deep, hit out of the park. If it's fair, it is fair. Forget about that one. Justin Olson got a hold of another one, and nobody gets a hold of him like Justin Olson. 2-run home run. Potters lead this one 5-3. Second home run for Justin Olson. 8 runs batted in now, and no doubt about there was doubt about that one. Would it go foul before it left the Earth's gravity? 1 ball and no strikes. Now, I'm sure the Potters fans will say, well, wait a minute, what about that breaking ball that should have been a strike? That was hit sharply down the third base line. Backhand by Ferry. He has to pick it up and throw it on a hop to first. I think he got him. He did. What a play by Trey Ferry behind third base, almost on the outfield grass. Kind of bobbled it, had to get it back, threw it on a hop across the diamond. Justin Olson scoops it up comfortably over the fence out there. Here's the 3-1 on Olson. Swings and hits it high and deep to right field. Nobody, that's not 5 feet over. That's not 10 feet. That's way out of here. Justin Olson, number 3, and the Potters have tied it up at 1. You could kind of feel it coming watching Justin take that first pitch or so, and he really got a hold of that one. 3 home runs now and 9 RBIs, and this game is tied 1-1.
Ryan Sturgeon warming up for the Potters, and there is a shot by Drew Stahl. That is out of here. Drew Stahl with a big shot right over the right field wall. Got out of here in a hurry, but that just put the Potters on top, 9-1. This one is long gone, high into the night, and Justin Olson puts a charge into that one. Home run for Justin Olson, and that makes this game a little closer at 9-4. Colorado Springs.
Hitting the air to left field. Going over is Bowser. Still going. That ball is out of here. Over the fence in left field. A home run for Chase Stanky. Reached down and lifted that one to left field, and the Potters have a 2-1 lead. First home run of the summer for Chase.
Coming up, Potters Baseball on Stones Radio Networks. Here's a quick look back at Potters seasons past.
Sacrifice fly.
Astro Air Design Incorporated, where you feel the difference. We are a locally owned and operated heating, air conditioning, and custom sheet metal company committed to the highest quality of craftsmanship at a competitive price. Our trained and certified technicians have the knowledge and experience required to install, maintain, or repair your home comfort solutions. Our upfront pricing gives you the peace of mind because you know your price is locked in. Call Astro Air Design Incorporated today.
Gaspar's going back, still going back, still going back. He reaches up, and that one is out of here. A 2-run home run for Brandon Motherall. Line drive center field hit very well. Barnes goes back, still going back. He's not going to get it. It's down. 1 run scores. Here comes Roselle around third. They're going to send him as well. The throw's coming in. Cut off. It's a 2-run triple for Zach Chamiso. Breaking ball is hit well to left field. It is gone. A home run by Clayton Coates, and he really turned on that one. That ball is way out of here. I mean, way out of here. A home run for Trey Fleury, number 2. And I think Trey has made a statement, and that statement is, I want to be the post-game guest on the Lincoln Potters broadcast on the Stones Radio Network. That ball's hit high. It is hit far. It is gone. A 3-run home run by J.T. Walden. High fly ball. That's well hit to left field. Brum goes back, still going back, reaches up. That ball is out of here. Brennan Roselle, the Fighting Zebra alum, pounds one to left field. The Potters lead this one 12-3, and somehow he's got the flag too.
Potters fans, Potter up.
It's time to start the only way we know how, with The Warm-Up. Brought to you from our friends at Brick and Barrel.
Hello and welcome to McBean Stadium in Lincoln, California for another exciting night of Lincoln Potters baseball. I'm Mark the Phantom Lowe alongside my partner, the great Stones McCoy, who's really not doing anything today, as well as Engineer Riley, who's doing it all. Tonight we bring you the first of a 4-game home-and-home series between the Potters and the visiting Solano Mudcats. Games 1 and 2 are tonight and tomorrow here in Lincoln, and then it's a doubleheader at Solano on Sunday, and both teams are looking at these games as a chance to get right in the CCL. The Mudcats are 1-6 in league play, losers of 3 straight, while the Potters are licking their wounds after losing a 4-game set to Healdsburg, in which they scored a total of only 5 runs. Both teams looking for bounce back, and effort will be at a premium here at McBean tonight, and we'll start it off with lineups and our first pitch right after this short break on the Stones Radio Networks.
Hi, Bill Evans, President of the Placer County Association of Realtors. We're in the store, our conference facilities, an amazing team helps keep together an amazing organization, and we thank them all.
This organization can't do what it does and can't run the way it runs without the help of so many members volunteering their time.
The success of the Placer County Association of Realtors is largely dependent on our active volunteer members to help our organization and industry. The work of our committees greatly impacts our ability to champion efforts across the board and giving back to the Placer County community wherever we can.
Like all service organizations, I wanted to serve. And getting involved with the affiliate committee was the perfect way to do that.
I love being able to serve my community with my business friends and other leaders and give back to those who are in need.
The thing I love about the PFAR committees is they all work toward the same goal of bringing the community together to support those in need in our surrounding area.
I instantly came to the meeting and had a wonderful time, felt like I was a part of something bigger, and it was just the start of my leadership journey.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food.
Well, welcome back, everybody, to McBean Stadium in lovely Lincoln, California, and beautiful Lincoln, California today. It's Friday night baseball. The Lincoln Potters taking on the Solano Mudcats in the first of a 4-game series over the next 3 days. 2 of them will be here today and tomorrow. Then a doubleheader at Solano on Sunday will conclude that 4-game series. And if you heard John Peters on the manager's show before the game, you know that he had a kind of a talk with the guys, and they are refocused a little bit. We've got some new faces out in the field today, as some of the familiar faces are getting a break after going very hard and heavy the first part of the season. So we're going to see a couple of new faces out here today, and JP assures us that we're going to see a little added fire too, because he had a talk with the guys, and of course Mike Margema, as we know, is that kind of guy as well. He makes his opinion known. So the Potters are ready to go here in this after losing 4 games in a row to Healdsburg, and a stretch of the last 3 that they only managed to score 1 run. And Healdsburg to be commended, obviously, for their pitching. The Potters, maybe a little bit of a wake-up call at the plate early in the season, early in the summer, because it is still relatively early in the summer. A lot of baseball to be played. Peyton Stumbo, the right-hander out of Placer High in Auburn and University of Nevada, Reno, will be on the mound for the Potters to open this one. He is pitched in 1 game in the conference, 5 innings, 1 hit, 1 run. He was no decision in that one, 9 strikeouts and 3 walks. So Peyton has been very impressive through the summer so far. The right-hander finishing up his warm-up tosses to Brock Rudy behind the plate. The Mudcats lineup will start off with Max McGee in right field, then Alec Nava, the second baseman, batting second. Austin Russell is the third baseman. He'll hit third. Bronson Balom is the left fielder batting in the cleanup spot. Caleb Jeske, the catcher, bats fifth. Tyler Toby, the shortstop, hitting sixth. Noah Garcia is the first baseman, hitting seventh. Brian Arantia is the designated hitter. Batting eighth, and Nathan Hamburger bats ninth. He plays center field. Caleb Davis, a familiar face to Potter fans and Potter players. He has pitched against the Potters over the years a couple of times. The right-hander out of Sonoma State. He'll be on the mound starting us off for the Mudcats, but right now it's about Peyton Stumbo and the Potters. Max McGee will be the first hitter. Max is 6 for 12 on the season, 5 runs batted in, so he has been very impressive so far. Max coming to us from Delta College out of Pleasanton, California, takes a ball. 1 ball and no strikes, and we are underway here. It is Student Appreciation Night, which is fantastic. Fastball's in there for a strike, as we have many schools that are represented in Student Appreciation Night, and I get to look at their logos and try to figure out what their mascots are, and that's going to be a lot of fun for me. I'm just looking for myself. 1-1 pitch outside, 2-1. I mean, Lincoln Fighting Zebras. I mean, we know that. The students appreciate the students of Lincoln Fighting Zebras. That is tremendous. 12 Bridges High School, of course, but there's also others. 2-1 pitches in there for a strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Max McGee. Alec Naba to follow as we get started on a beautiful night here at McBean Stadium. Great crowd, as always. Many of them still. There's a call, strike 3 outside corner. Stumbo gets the strikeout of Max McGee for the first out of the inning, and here's Alec Nava. Again, we have most of the crowd waiting in line at the Brick and Barrel backyard for their first beer of the night, and that's the way Lincoln Potters do it. And the others, we have some of the students we are appreciating may be here tonight, and some of them I think are a little bit too young to be students, but they are also here. Naba pops it up right side, coming into his Romano, going over to right center field, and Ben picks it out and gets it for the second out. 2 outs, and that'll bring up Austin Russell, and we're going to look at that defensive alignment for your Lincoln Potters. Zach Chamiso is in left, is Tyler Garrity in center. Ben Romano, who made that put out, he's in right. Jack Grant, the third baseman. Brandon Forrester making his debut. He's at shortstop. Patrick Herrera moves over to second tonight, and Justin Olson, the big guy, is at first. Brock Rudy behind the plate. Peyton Stumbo on the mound, and Ben Higdon is our designated hitter. Swing and a miss to Austin Russell, the third baseman. Austin out of Tarleton State in Flower Mound, Texas. A tremendous submission for coolest hometown name. Has a fastball that's just outside and low. 1-1 on Austin Russell. So a strikeout of McGee. Nava flies out to right field. Check swing and fouled off to our right. Over to close to where the parking lot Potters were. And boy, I'll tell you something. The parking lot Potters, They make a little tailgate action, probably 2 out of every 3 games. And they took last night off and came back with a whirl today. Fastball just misses the outside corner, and every person on the Potters left the field or tried to. The call was outside, and I think probably rightly so. It looked outside to Riley and I, Riley the engineer, who's polishing off a shaved ice as we speak. 2-2 pitches lifted down the right side. Romano's chasing it into foul territory. It doesn't look like he's going to get there as it lands over on the VIP tarp out there where the kiln is full again with people reveling, with revelers, I call them. Not fans, they're revelers out there. And they're enjoying the best VIP section in the CCL, no doubt about that. 2-2 on Austin Russell. That's popped up foul behind us where there is nobody. Anyway, the parking lot Potters came back with a vengeance and threw down a 5-star meal tonight. I'll get Mr. McCoy up here at some point if I can ever find him, and we'll get a menu check on that. He's probably down thanking the chef right now. I think Don was at the grill. There's lifted up right side again. Romano going after it in foul territory, and he's not going to get it as it again is on the tarp, and I think Ben took a tumble there over the mound of the bullpen area there. I hope he's all right. As he gets up slowly, and he's going to go back to his spot. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Russell. Bronson Balholm is on deck. Bronson from Arizona State is the cleanup hitter and left fielder for the Mudcats here tonight. Stumbo trying 2-2 again on Russell. That just misses outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Good at bat for Austin Russell, making Peyton Stumbo throw a bunch of pitches here in the top of the first. Good to hear the cowbells out already. That's lifted high up in the air, short right field. Here comes Romano. Here comes the center fielder. Romano takes over and catches it in right center field. So 2 outs to right field and a strikeout for Stumbo. Will go to the bottom of the first. Mudcats nothing. Potters coming to bat.
Loomis Basin Brewing Company, a proud sponsor of your Lincoln Potters. Visit them at 3277 Swetzer Road in Loomis or call 916-259-2739.
Have you ever wondered, what is CMN? I thought so. Let me help. CMN stands for Children's Miracle Network, a non-profit organization that raises money for children's hospitals. Locally, UC Davis Children's Hospital is your CMN hospital, the only one in our area. It is a nationally ranked comprehensive children's hospital that provides the highest quality of care to pediatric patients like me. How is this level of care possible? With help from CMN donations. CMN teamed with corporate partners and community donors to fundraise for things like equipment, research, and patient care. All money raised locally during campaigns like this stays local to support children treated at UC Davis Children's Hospital. Sick and injured kids can't wait to get the care they need. And thanks to generous donors, partners, and fundraisers like you, we don't have to. Please give wherever you see the Miracle Balloon, and thank you for supporting CMN at UC Davis.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Caleb Davis on the mound for the Mudcats as we go to the bottom of the first. This is Caleb's second game started. He went 6 innings on the season so far, 8 hits and 3 runs. He struck out 5 and walked 2, and he has a record of, well, he has no record, 0-0. So there you go. So Caleb Davis finishing up his warm-up tosses. He's going to face a Potters lineup that starts off with Zach Chamiso, the left fielder, then Brandon Forrester, the shortstop, making his debut. He'll bat second. Ben Higdon, the DH, hitting in the third spot. Justin Olson, the big first baseman, bats clean up for the Potters. Ben Romano, who is very active defensively in the top of the first, he is batting fifth. Tyler Garrity, the center fielder, hits sixth. Then Patrick Herrera, the second baseman. Jack Grant over at third. And finally Brock Rudy behind the plate for the Potters. And here we go with Zach Chamiso, the local product out of Lincoln High, the Fighting Zebras, one of the groups being honored in Student Appreciation Night, but by no means the only one. Zach also went to Sierra College, headed for UC Riverside. By virtue of his work with Sierra College, Davis's first pitch is inside for a ball. 1 ball, no strike. Zach out in left field today for the Potters. He's played shortstop most of the summer so far. Piper the Peacock making his debut of the day. That's chopped down in between first and second into right field for a base hit. So Zach Chamiso finds himself a hole between first and second. Puts it in there. He's hitting at .286 in conference play with a couple of runs batted in. So jump that out a little bit as Zach has the first hit of the ball game, and they'll bring up Brandon Forrester. Brandon out of Fair Oaks, California. Headed to Oregon State, or is at Oregon State, with brother Garrett. So Brandon steps up to the plate with a runner at first and nobody out for the Potters. Just 1 hit for the Potters the whole 9 innings last night. That one's popped out of play, and Chamiso equals that for about 2 pitches here in the first inning of this one. Caleb Davis wearing number 6, powder blue jerseys for the Mudcats, white pants, red socks. Potters going in there all orange because it's an Orange Friday is why they do that. So today is an Orange Friday, and the Potters are all in orange. Breaking ball misses inside. 1 ball and 1 strike to Forrester. So it's Student Appreciation Day and it's Orange Friday. We try to pile these things on because there's just too many events to give them all their same night. You got to throw some of them together. 1-1 pitch is a little bit high, 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike. On deck is Ben Higdon, the DH. 2-1 pitch is lined into right field. That's a base hit down in front of the right fielder. That's McGee. McGee gets it in very quickly. Nice job by Max McGee in right field to keep Chamiso at second base. But Forrester with the second hit of the inning. First and second, nobody out. And it'll bring up Ben Higdon, the DH, out of Paducah, Kentucky, and the University of Kentucky. Defensively, Max McGee in right field. Nathan Hamburger is in center. Brendan Ballum in left. Austin Russell over at third. It's Tyler Toby at short. Alec Nava at second. And Noah Garcia at first. Caleb Jeske behind the plate and Caleb Davis on the mound. And here is Ben Higdon, hitting at 111 so far this summer. Left-handed hitter. Check swing, did he go? I think he might have. No, he did not, according to the base umpire, and I'm not going to quarrel with him. 1 ball and no strikes on Ben Higdon. Potters with 2 singles to open the bottom of the first here. And Higdon with a 1-0 count. Pops that one down the third base line and should get out of play down the line, giving chase to left fielder Bellum, but not even close. It was just into the bullpen area. Brandon was playing in straightaway left field, so not really much of a chance at that one. And it will be 1 ball and 1 strike on Higdon. Justin Olson to follow. Be nice for the Potters to put a couple up early here against the Mudcats in the CCL matchup. Mudcats 1-6 in league play. There's a line drive to shortstop. A nice play by the shortstop. Picks it up over to first base, and he got him at first base. Tyler Tobey with an excellent play on a ball that was headed out to left center field. He got up, and he couldn't go to second because Forrester was already there, but made the throw and barely got Ben Higdon over at first base. So a big play defensively by the Mudcats. Higdon is retired. Did move the runners to second and third for Justin Olson, who has a .280 average in league and 5 runs batted in. So maybe the perfect Potter to come up in this situation out of Colorado Springs, Colorado, and the University of New Mexico, UNM. That ball looked like it was a line drive, a one-hopper. It was by Tobey, but what a play. First pitch is in there for a strike. 0-1 on Justin Olson. The Cowbells are out early in this one. That's a good sign. It's always a good sign when the Cowbells are out early. Great crowd again out here on a Friday night. Orange Friday, of course, brings out the people. Inside corner, no, inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. I had my Orange Potters shirt to wear today, and I didn't realize it was Orange Friday, and I switched to my Potters Hawaiian shirt, which I think everyone will agree is tremendous. So I can't say it was a bad choice, but that is in there on the inside corner. So Davis ahead of Justin Olson, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ben Romano, the right fielder, to follow. Potters runners in scoring position, less than 2 outs here in the first inning. Davis taking his time, gets signed from Caleb Jeske. Now he's ready to go from the stretch with runners at second and third. Sails high and inside. 2-2 on Justin Olson. Mudcats went down 1-2-3 in their half of the first. Couple fly balls and a strikeout. Potters opened this bottom of the first with consecutive singles from Chamiso and Forrester. A brilliant play by Tyler Tobey at short, retires Higdon. Olson lines that one to left field. That's a base hit. Good jump by Forrester. He's going to come around third. He's going to score as the ball's misplayed out in left field. It wouldn't have mattered, though. Brandon Forrester read that one perfectly. He saw it was going to fall, and he scored 2 runs for the Potters on a Justin Olson 2-run single. 7 runs batted in conference now for Justin as he came through and just steered that one right in the hole. As I said, Forrester never hesitated. He saw it was going through and was around third before the ball even got out to left field. Now we have the Mudcats manager. He's going to come out and talk to the home plate umpire. And I can try to figure out what he's saying, but I don't have any idea. Probably it's like, no, I'm not even going to hazard a guess. So Olson with the base hit. He's at first base, and here's Ben Romano. 217 on the season for Ben. Does have a home run and 5 runs batted in. So Davis gets set. Here's the pitch. Inside corner for a strike. Olson not with a big lead over at first base. I will double check my numbers. I don't think Justin has a stolen base this year yet. 0-1 on Romano. Tyler Garrity to follow. Romano takes outside for a ball. Ben coming to us from that metropolis known as Mendham, New Jersey, and Tulane University, the Green Wave. Short lead again by Olson. Here's the pitch. That's in there for a strike, 1-2. Romano wearing 28 for the Potters and those orange jerseys, which usually it takes me a couple innings to get used to, but by the 5th or 6th inning, I'm kind of back in. And then I don't see him for a week, and then I see him again the next Friday, and then I got to start over. Outside for a ball, 2-2 on Ben Romano. Potters with 2 across here in the bottom of the first, a welcome sight as they only had 1 run in the last 3 games this week, so they are feeling good about that as Olsen comes through with the 2-run single to left field. Romano chops that around towards shortstop. Toby has he's going to go to second for 1, back to first, and they get Romano in a 6-4-3 double play. But 2 runs for the Potters on 3 hits. We go to the top of the second. Potters 2, Mudcats nothing.
It begins on the farm, where hard work breeds motivation. Care is taken under watchful eyes. With new growth comes inspiration, where playtime is mandatory. Welcome to Dueling Dogs Brewing Company. Meet the Stevens, a husband and wife who work hand in hand to craft exclusive small batch beer, mead, and cider. Using locally sourced ingredients to ensure freshness in every glass. Where a community of farmers, local artisans, and amazing food make for a truly inspired atmosphere. At the end of the day, we know the value of hard work. The families it unites, it's in the pride we take, the stories we tell, and the best friends who are cherished. Dueling Dogs Brewing Company.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Top of the second inning, Potters lead it 2-0. Bronson Ballholm and then Caleb Jeske and Tyler Toby, the next 3 hitters for the Mudcats against Peyton Stumbo, who went 1-2-3 in the top of the first with 1 strikeout. Ballholm sitting at 208 on the summer, 3 runs batted in out of Arizona State and Scottsdale, Arizona. Left-handed hitter against the right-hander Stumbo. First pitch is fouled back to the screen, barely missing our camera. And Anthony Perez just does like a Usain Bolt-like sprint out to pick up the ball. I was behind the umpire. Incredible, and he was very excited about it, too. We might see Anthony perhaps tomorrow night. Here's the pitch. Down low for a ball, gets by Brock Rudy. And here comes Anthony Perez again, and he slides in, picks it up, and then falls over. So I love Anthony Perez. He accosted me last time I went down the field after a game, said, hey, when am I coming up for an interview? I said, hey, it's an open invitation, my friend. Fouled out a play to our left, over by the grassy knoll. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Grassy knoll well populated, everything well populated here. The kiln, let's see, I had written down, Willie was saying who was in the kiln. Finnement Farms and Wood Creek Little League amongst the people enjoying themselves over in the VIP area. Line drive to the right of shortstop, and Forrester's right there to make the catch. Got up to the line drive, made the catch for the first out. So Brandon Forrester making himself known here as a Potter in the first inning and a half with their RBI, or with a single and a run scored, and now a nice catch on the line drive. Here's Caleb Jeske, the catcher. Caleb 1 for 9 on the season. He is out of the College of Marin, and Angwin, California. He is where he hails from. Not familiar with Angwin. That's a strike. I do know where College of Marin is, though, but Angwin, not so much. 0-1 on Jeske. Tyler Toby, the shortstop, to follow. That's chopped out to the left of shortstop. Forrester's got it over to first, and he got him by 2 steps. Another fine play by Forrester at shortstop, 6-3. And with 2 outs here, Tyler Toby coming to the plate. Tyler is from Elk Grove, California, goes to Delta College down there in Stockton. 1 for 10 on the summer so far, so not a lot of at-bats for Tyler Toby, just like Caleb Jeske. Jeske hit that ball sharply to the left of shortstop, but Forrester made the play look easier than it had a right to be. Stumbo's first pitch is high for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes on Tyler Tobey. Noah Garcia, the first baseman, to follow if Tobey starts something here for the Mudcats. He takes that one in there for a strike. 1-1. Stumbo from the windup. That ball is hit right back up the middle into center field for a clean base hit. So Tobey gets his second hit of the summer. A clean single to center. First hit for the Mudcats off Peyton Stumbo. And that will bring up Noah Garcia, the first baseman. Noah hitting at 160 so far this summer. He's out of the University of Laverne by way of Danville, California. Same as Jack Grant on the Potters. Doesn't mean they know each other. Danville's a big place. But Garcia settles in from the left side, slightly open stance. Stumbo's first pitch misses the outside corner. Good velocity on that one. 1 ball and no strikes to Noah Garcia. Brian Arantia, the designated hitter, is on deck. Throw over to first base, and Tobey is back. And Garcia chops it to second base, handled over to first for the out. Nice play at second by Patrick Herrera. Didn't have time to go to second, so he went to first and out. 1 out, 1 left, 1 hit in the inning. We go to the bottom of the second. Potters 2, Mudcats nothing.
Astro Air Design Incorporated, where you feel the difference. We are a locally owned and operated heating, air conditioning, and custom sheet metal company committed to the highest quality of craftsmanship at a competitive price. Our trained and certified technicians have the knowledge and experience required to install, maintain, or repair your home comfort solutions. Our upfront pricing gives you the peace of mind because you know your price is locked in. Call Astro Air Design Incorporated today.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street, only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
Insist. It's your turn. Nope, I think it's your turn. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. Go. I appreciate your appreciation. It fills me.
Safe drivers save money with Farmers.
Just for driving safely?
It's a Farmers policy perk. Get Farmers and you can get a safe driver discount simply for having a clean driving record for 3 years.
Come on. After you. After you. Safety first.
Get a whole lot of something with Farmers policy perks.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum. Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Hope you were watching the Stones cam between innings, watching Piper do the Piper race. And Piper pulled out a beauty today. Just went around third and waited for the kids to come around and then shot him with a squirt gun. I salute you, Piper. I know we've had our differences in the past, but that was excellent stuff, my friend. Bottom of the second, Tyler Garrity, Patrick Herrera, and Jack Grant, the first 3 hitters for the Potters against Caleb Davis, the right-hander from Sonoma State University. Originally Caleb from Vacaville, California. And he has got to finish up his warm-up tosses. He was not able to warm up as the small children were running the bases right in front of him, so we thank Caleb for his patience. JP going out to coach third base as Parking Lot Potters deliver the ice cream sandwiches that are just a chef's kiss ending to that 5-star meal that Stones is not here, so we can't tell you about. Maybe I'll ask Willie to come over and tell us about it, as it was just tremendous. That's Don and Tom and all the Parking Lot Potters who were so much a part of the fabric of this Lincoln Potter organization. They do a tremendous job. Here's Tyler Garrity, 105 on the season for Tyler. Comes out of University of Kansas, does Tyler Garrity, in Seneca, California. First pitch sails high and inside from Caleb Davis. 1 ball and no strikes on Tyler. We're in number 13 for the Potters, playing out in center field in this one. Chase Jans had been playing center since he got here. Going to get him a rest today as Garrity chops one toward third. It's Russell on a hop over to first, and I don't think he got him. Beats it out. It's an infield single for Tyler Garrity. Russell played it back on the hop at third base and not in time to get Garrity over at first base. Third hit make that the fourth hit for the Potters, and Patrick Herrera coming to the plate. Patrick out of the University of Kentucky as well. He takes that one down the middle for a strike, 0-1. Originally from Mesa, Arizona, Patrick Herrera went to Northwestern for his freshman season. Now transferred over to University of Kentucky. Was an all-conference performer in the Big Ten at Northwestern. Right-hander waits. There's the pitch. Runner goes. Throw to second base is not going to be in time as Tyler Garrity goes in head first. He steals second. Jeske came up, got the throw down there in a pretty good time, but Garrity already had it beat as he went in there head first. He's at second base now. 1-1 count on Patrick Herrera. Jack Grant to follow. And then Brock Rudy. 6, 7, 8, and then 9 for the Potters. That's outside to Herrera. 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike. Herrera just 0 for 2 on the season. Right-handed hitter against the right-hander Caleb Davis. That one is just a little bit outside, 3-1. Three balls, 1 strike. That one's outside, gets away from the catcher. Going to third will be Tyler Garrity on a pass ball as Herrera gets the base on balls, and it brings up Jack Grant. Student Appreciation Day, some of the schools that we are appreciating. The 12 Bridges Middle School Titans. I have all the logos up here, and I got to piece together the names. 12 Bridges Elementary School, looks like they might be the Tigers. Foskett Ranch Elementary School, they are the Falcons, according to the picture. Sheraton Elementary, I'm thinking they're the Eagles. So those are some of the schools we are saluting on Student Appreciation Day. That's foul ball by Jack Grant back to the screen. So he's up here with runners at first and third, nobody out in the second. Jack looking for his second hit of the summer, hitting at 077 from Danville, California, and the University of Arizona. Got Herrera at first, Garrity down at third. There goes the runner, and Grant sends it down the right field line. That ball is foul, not by much. Perfectly placed, almost by Jack Grant, and it is 0-2 on the Potters' third baseman. Brock Rudy, the catcher, to follow. Remember, tomorrow night, if you haven't got your tickets, you're late. It's fireworks night. 6:05 first pitch on fireworks night. That's tomorrow against these same Solano Mudcats. Breaking ball. Call strike 3. And Grant is out on strikes. A big out there for Caleb Davis and Brock Rudy coming to the plate. Brock's out of Walnut Creek, California, and the University of Hawaii. They said, hey, Brock, where do you want to play your summer ball? It's got to be somewhere, a step up from where you play your college ball, Hawaii. So he goes, how about Lincoln, California? And that's the story of how Brock Rudy came to the Potters. Left-hand hitting catcher. He's got a couple of runners on and 1 out here in the second. Shows bunt, the wild pitch. Here comes Garrity from third. He slides in. He is safe. Good job by Caleb Jeske to get to that and got it to Caleb Davis, but Garrity was on from the beginning, and he scores on the wild pitch. Moving down to second is Herrera. And a 1-0 count now to Rudy, who had squared out around a bunt on that one, and the ball was well outside, and the Potters took advantage. So an infield single for Garrity, steals second, goes to third on a pass ball, and scores on a wild pitch, and the Potters lead 3-0. Still a runner out in scoring position at second base. That's fouled out of play by Brock Rudy. Evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike on Brock. Top of the order, Zach Chamiso to follow. Rudy takes in there for a strike, 1-2. Checking out a lot of shaved ice. I'm moving a lot of shaved ice here on Student Appreciation Day. Maybe there's a connection there. I don't know. But there's a shaved ice. They're massive, and those are smalls. So I don't know if somebody go get a large shaved ice so I can see what it looks like. Inside for a ball, 2-2. Herrera dancing off second base, trying to confuse Caleb Davis. I don't know that it works, but it's worth a shot. 2-2 now on Brock Rudy. Tyler Toby, the shortstop, shadowing the runner. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball. So Davis comes up with 2 strikeouts on Grant and Rudy, and that'll bring up Zach Chamiso, who singled through the right side his first time up back in the first inning and later scored on the Olsen RBI single. So JP talked about his hitters. They had a great start in the second inning, or the first inning with 2, and I'm sure he doesn't want it all to bog down here in the second inning. A couple of strikeouts, though, against Davis. Good-looking breaking ball he threw to Rudy there. Here's Chamiso. That's inside. 1-0 on Zach. 286 coming in conference play. A couple runs batted in for Zach Chamiso. He's got a chance to pick up his third out there right now in Patrick Herrera at second base. He fouls that one off to the left. 1 ball and 1 strike. 6:05 tomorrow, as we said, fireworks day. Fireworks night, actually. Then the teams play a doubleheader down, I think, probably at Vanden High on Sunday. Chamiso takes inside. Nice block by Caleb Jeske, keeping Herrera from advancing to third. 2 balls and 1 strike on Chamiso. Next week we're back here in the same formula, a Tuesday game and then a Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night games. Davis taking his time as Chamiso waits for the 2-1 pitch. And Davis is the one that steps off. He's not getting what he wants, evidently, from Caleb Jeske behind the plate. Bottom of the second, Potters 3 and Mudcats nothing. Chamiso lines that one to right field. That is caught out there in right field by Max McGee. Hit that ball too hard, and it carried all the way out to right. 1 run on 1 hit and 1 left. We go to the third. Potters lead at 3-0.
Being in the market for a new home comes with more than just buying a property. It is finding the right house in the right neighborhood in the right community. Since 2005, Lori, with Frey & Associates Real Estate, has lived and worked as a real estate broker in Lincoln. She is passionate about local organizations and volunteers with them as well.
She's knowledgeable, she knows, she asks a lot of questions, she gets things done.
We still learn a lot from Lori, and she's very helpful, very positive, and has been wonderful broker.
We at Frey & Associates are your local hometown realtor, and we are here for you.
Welcome back, Olympia's 5th grade orchestra.
Perhaps there's no place like your home because you made it so at RC Willey.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Top of the third, Potters lead it 3-0. Trying to get some more of these schools. Let's see, Lincoln Crossing School. I think they're probably the Broncos or the Colts. They could be the Colts. It's kind of hard to tell. Just trying to go through some of these schools that are being honored on Student Appreciation Night. Of course, the 12 Bridges High School Rhinos. There's a line drive on 1 hop out to Forrester. He backs up, throws it across the diamond. Dug out at first base by Olsen. And Brian Arantia is retired, 6-3 for the first out here in the third inning. And that'll bring up Nathan Hamburger, who is, by coincidence, today's Dueling Dogs batter, which means if he strikes out, 50% off Dueling Dogs products for till the end of the inning. Nathan comes to us from Simi Valley, California, and Willamette University up north. Breaks first pitch, a strike on the outside corner. Stumble. That might have been the hardest ball Peyton's thrown all day. So he's 1/3 of the way toward availing Potter fans of 50% off. He pops that up. Potter fans are hoping it's out of play, but it's not, and shortstop Forrester is going to call everybody off and make the catch to the right of the pitcher's mound. So kind of a disappointment, although Potter fans will always take the out. 2 away quickly here in the third, and Max McGee, who struck out looking, comes up to the plate, the leadoff hitter. McGee came in 6 for 12 with 5 runs batted in for the summer. For the Mudcats, who are 1-6 on the season. All of those are league games in the California Collegiate League. Fastball's in there for a strike. Healdsburg undefeated in league play. They are, I think, 5-0 now and 9-0 overall. Swing and a miss by McGee. Quickly 0-2 on 2 fastballs by Peyton Stumbo. A guy went down to Hobby and got himself some those are delicious-looking tacos. I'll just get another glimpse of those. Fastball just a little bit high. You get distracted by good-looking food. I mean, it's tremendous the way Hobby does this down there. He puts it together like some sort of painting or something. It's just, you almost don't want to eat it because you don't want to disturb any of it. Popped up left side, out of play, I believe. It is. Yeah, we've got the lowdown on the we used to have a plywood sign down there with the spray-painted beer here, and I guess they got like a complaint or something. It doesn't look professional. Like that matters. Come on. So now they've just, they put a banner for the Business Doctor, which is an unrelated business, but a sponsor nonetheless. 1-2 pitch, breaking ball, forget about it, call strike 3. 1-2-3 for Stumbo in the third. We go to the bottom of the third. Potters with a 3-run lead.
Old Town Pizza, a proud sponsor of your Potters baseball, will deliver you a slice that you won't soon forget. Come see why they've been voted the best of the best 12 straight years. Visit otpizza.net to get yours today. But don't take it from me.
I think Old Town Pizza should be expanded through the state or even through the country because it's so delicious.
Placer Valley Tourism. Our mission is to increase the health of the hotel industry through occupancy and average daily rate in Roseville, Rockland, and Lincoln. Proud partner of the Potters in the 2023 West Coast World Series Tournament from August 8th to 11th.
Well, I'm still trying to settle some of these schools. We have the famous Aaron Jackson, the journalist, is up here, and he says Lehman Elementary is one of the schools that we have honoring here on Student Appreciation Night, and we congratulate all the students. I thought it was some sort of meerkat. Riley thought it was a raccoon, but it is a lemur. So Lehman Elementary, so they're the Lehman Lemurs. I got to talk to somebody in charge over there. We got to work on that. I mean, Lemurs is kind of a cool name, but Lehman Lemurs? That's crazy. Well, congratulations to them. Also, First Street School Roadrunners, congratulations to them. Let's go to the bottom of the third with Brandon Forrester leading us off, and he takes the first pitch outside. So the Lehman Elementary Lemurs, Lincoln Crossing School, like I say, I think that's the Colts, maybe the Broncos, but whichever one is good. 1-0 pitch to Forrester. He takes outside again, ball 2. A lot of schools in the area that we are celebrating here. Sheraton Eagles we mentioned, Fosket Ranch Falcons. That's fantastic. But the Lehman Elementary Lemurs is the leader in the clubhouse. 2-0 pitch is popped up right side, trying to get out of play over there, and it does. So it's 2-1 on Brandon Forrester out of Fair Oaks, California, and Oregon State University. Singleton scored back in the first inning, so he's 1 for 1 as a Potter. Has probably got about 3 or 4 assists defensively already through the first 3 innings. He has a 2-ball, 1-strike count. That one is in there for a call strike, 2-2. So I hope Aaron Jackson, the acclaimed journalist, is going to write some sort of story about the Lehman Lemurs or whatever. If he wants his Pulitzer Prize, that's the way he's going to go. I'll put the idea in his head. Look for it in a publication near you soon. 2-2 pitches in the dirt, 3-2. He does a great job covering area sports and probably other stuff, but I don't read those. 3-2. Caleb Davis in the windup, the 3-2 pitch. Outside, ball 4. So Forrester reaches again. Brandon will be down at first with nobody out, and Ben Higdon coming to the plate. Ben hit a rocket to shortstop in the first inning. A great play by Tyler Tobey. Retired him at first. So he is 0 for 1, but he made great contact on that one. Potters have had a couple of loud outs in this one. Chimiso's line drive back in the second. Out to right field, another one of those. But here's Higdon. Designated hitter out of Paducah, Kentucky. I know what he thinks about the Lemurs. I'll ask him. Davis in the stretch. Not a very big lead by Forster. Now he gets off. Popped up left side. Going out in left center field is Ballum, and he makes the catch on a pretty good pop-up by Ben Higdon. Hit it out there pretty well. About 10-15 feet in front of the warning track in left field. And he is retired for the second time, but 2 good contacts for Ben Higdon. And here's Justin Olson, who lined a base hit to left field and scored 2 runs for the Potters back in the first inning. Gives him 7 runs batted in conference play for Justin out of Colorado Springs, Colorado, and the University of New Mexico. Justin swings and misses. Beginning to question my 12 Bridges Elementary Tigers. I think that's a tiger. Kind of a friendly-looking tiger, though. You want your mascot, if you're a tiger, he's got to be fierce. That doesn't that look like a tiger, Riley? Yeah, I thought so. Engineer Riley took time out from his drink. That's hit high in the air to right field and hit well. Back goes McGee. Looks up. Forget about it. Justin Olson flips the bat and flips a 2-run home run over the right field fence, and the Potters take a 5-0 lead. Have a day, Justin Olson, the big left-hander, with 4 runs batted in now, and the Potters are up 5-0. It looked good off the bat. McGee went to the fence and then looked up, and he ran out of room as Olson puts one out of here. The big fly puts the Potters up 5-0, and here is Ben Romano. So JP was up here before the game talking about there's going to be changes offensively. He kind of did a little wrap. Oh, that one hit him in the helmet right there. And Romano seems like he's all right, but going to check him out and make sure as he goes down to first base. So Romano hit by the pitch. Seems none the worse for wear. Kind of a glancing blow, but off the helmet nonetheless. And that'll bring up Tyler Garrity, who started the second inning rally. In fact, scored a run on an infield single, a big chopper down to third base that Russell backed up on and couldn't get Garrity over at first. That's outside for a ball, 1-0 on Tyler Garrity out of Seneca, California, and University of Kansas. Playing in center field for the Potters today. There, fastball is in there for a strike. Jones McCoy coming to check on the work of our engineer Riley, and I didn't say about how when you pressed the wrong button there and played the commercial during the game. Jones is out of earshot now. He'll never hear us. He's over there trying to get on the city council or something. I don't know what he's doing. Outside for a ball. I think he asked Aaron to be his campaign manager. Is he going to run for city council in Lincoln? I don't think he can do that, but he's doing a little glad handing down there, shaking some hands, kissing some babies. There he goes again. Easy to see. Wears his hat backwards. There goes the runner to second base. The throw on a hop, and the tag is made. He is safe. So Romano gets in, steals the base after getting hit in the head, which is kind of risky. You really don't want to, get that much activity. And now the manager's going to come out and chat with the base umpire, who doesn't look like he's going to change his mind anytime soon. As the throw, aided by the hop, got there in time, but was a little high, and Romano got in under the tag. And that protest is short-lived or short-lived, whichever you prefer. Well, that Stones wasn't stopping to shake hands. He's leaving. So see you later, Stones, as he goes down the left field line, waving to the people on the grassy knoll. Those are his people down there. So out at second base is Romano, and Garrity at the plate with a 3-ball, 1-strike count. Right-hand hitter, slightly open stance against Caleb Davis. That is high and inside, ball 4. So we've got 2 walks, a hit batter, and a home run in this inning. We also have a fly out to deep left field. Garrity is at first. At second is Romano. And we're going to have a meeting at the mound, so we'll step away for just a second. We're in the bottom of the third. Potters enjoy the 5-0 lead.
Old Town Pizza, a proud sponsor of your Potters baseball, will deliver you a slice that you won't soon forget. Come see why they've been voted the best of the best 12 straight years. Visit otpizza.net to get yours today. But don't take it from me.
I think Old Town Pizza should be expanded through the state or even through the country because it's so delicious.
Welcome back, Olympia's 5th grade orchestra.
Perhaps there's no place like your home because you made it so at RC Willey.
Meeting is over at the mound. Caleb Davis still on the hill for the Mudcats, and he's going to face Patrick Herrera, who drew a base on balls his first time back in the second inning. Out of Mesa, Arizona, and now the University of Kentucky, Patrick Herrera. Herrera takes outside for a ball. 1-0. No activity as of yet in the Mudcats bullpen. Managers really hesitant to pull their starter too early in these games because in Summer League you play so many games you don't want to use too many pitchers. 1 ball, no strikes. Chop down to third. Step on third. Over to first, and he got him. A double play. Nice play by Austin Russell to retire the side. And we got 2 runs. We got 1 hit. We have 1 left. We go to the top of the 4th. Potters lead 5-0.
Hi, Bill Evans, President of the Placer County Association of Realtors. We're in the store, our conference facilities, an amazing team helps keep together an amazing organization. And we thank them all.
This organization can't do what it does and can't run the way it runs without the help of so many members volunteering their time.
The success of the Placer County Association of Realtors is largely dependent on our active volunteer members to help our organization and industry. The work of our committees greatly impacts our ability to champion efforts across the board and giving back to the Placer County community wherever we can.
Like all service organizations, I wanted to serve. And getting involved with the affiliate committee was the perfect way to do that.
I love being able to serve my community with my business friends and other leaders and give back to those who are in need.
The thing I love about the PCAR committees is they all work toward the same goal of bringing the community together to support those in need in our surrounding area.
I instantly came to the meeting and had a wonderful time, felt like I was a part of something bigger, and it was just the start of my leadership journey.
Loomis Basin Brewing Company, a proud sponsor of your Lincoln Potters. Visit them at 3277 Swetzer Road in Loomis or call 916-259-2739.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Top of the 4th inning, Potters enjoy the 5-0 lead. 4 of those runs driven in by first baseman Justin Olson. Peyton Stumbo out on the mound going into his 4th inning of work. He's given up 1 hit and struck out 2 in the first 3 innings. He'll face 2, 3, and 4 in the Mudcats order. Alec Nava, Austin Russell, and Bronson Ballum up against Peyton Stumbo. Nava flied out to right his first time up, so he is 0 for 1 in this one. Came in hitting .294 with 3 runs batted in. Takes that one in there for a strike. 1-1. Brock Rudy behind the plate for the Potters. Justin Olson's down at first. Patrick Herrera at second. Brendan Forrester at short and Jack Grant at third. Tomiso, Garrity, and Romano in the outfield. That one is in there for a strike. 1-2. Stumbo from the windup. Breaking ball, call strike 3. Second straight called third strike for Peyton Stumbo, his third strikeout of the day. And here's Austin Russell, who flew out to right field the first time. 0 for 1. Nice double play engineered by Austin Russell to end the bottom of the third. Austin out of Flower Mound, Texas in Tarleton State. Chops that one down to the third, but it's foul. Jack Grant decides not to go after it. Lets the third base coach gobble it up. 0-1. Check swing went around. That's 0-2 quickly on Austin Russell. Check swing again, and he's out on strikes. So 2 quick outs for Peyton Stumbo here in the fourth, and that'll bring up Bronson Bellholm, lined out to shortstop his first time up. Left-hand hitting left fielder out of Scottsdale, Arizona, and Arizona State University. Taking his time striding up to the plate. Not going to let this inning go by too quickly. Wearing number 31, Bronson settles in against Stumbo. Shows bunt and takes it outside for a ball. Jack Grant playing down at third. The sun is in full effect on the left side of the infield. Here's the 1-0. Fouls that one out of play to our left. Evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Same 2 teams tomorrow night. 6:05 fireworks night. Then a doubleheader at the Mudcats on Sunday concludes the Potters week. Have Monday off, and they're back in action next Tuesday. I think the Crawdads come into town. There's a strike on the inside corner for the game on Tuesday, so another CCO contest. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Breaking ball just misses the outside corner. For the second time tonight, the entire Potters team was making a move to leave the field, and now they have to go back. And you can tell because it's a bunch of orange just moving in your vision, just going one way. 2-2. Chopped out towards short. Forrester waits for the hop. He's got it across the diamond with a strong throw, and he got him at first base. 1, 2, 3 for the Mudcats in the fourth. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Potters 5, Solano nothing.
Air Design Incorporated, where you feel the difference. We are a locally owned and operated heating, air conditioning, and custom sheet metal company committed to the highest quality of craftsmanship at a competitive price. Our trained and certified technicians have the knowledge and experience required to install, maintain, or repair your home comfort solutions. Our upfront pricing gives you the peace of mind because you know your price is locked in. Call Astro Air Design Incorporated today.
Bottom of the fourth, Jack Grant's the first hitter as we crown the winner of the air guitar contest. Looked to be a pretty good battle between Piper and whichever Cardinal was down there, who was wearing 2 pairs of sunglasses, and I think that's kind of rock and roll. So I would go ahead and give him the edge. But they'll probably give it to Piper, hometown and all that stuff. Here's Jack Grant, struck out his first time up, so he is 0 for 1. That was back in the second inning. The third baseman from Danville, California, against Caleb Davis, on for his fourth inning of work. His fastball misses outside. 1-0. One ball and no strikes. That's chopped foul. The ball is inside corner. Jack pulled the trigger, and here's Anthony Perez coming out to do a sliding stop and pick up the ball, and the crowd appreciative. They don't know what to make of it the first time he does it, because it's kind of like, what happened to that guy? But he does it every time. He's tremendous. It's hit sharply but foul down the third baseline into the bullpen area for the Mudcats, and there's nobody busy out there. Ricochets all the way out to Bellum and left, so he's got to get rid of it. 1-2 on Jack Grant. Brock Rudy to follow, then Zach Chamiso, the top of the order for the Potters, who scored twice in the first, once in the second, and twice more in the third. Breaking balls, that one's fair down the third baseline. Russell has it, takes a couple of steps across the diamond and gets him at first base. So Grant hits it sharply, but right at Austin Russell at third. One out in the fourth, and Brock Rudy, who struck out his first time up, comes up. Left-hand hitting catcher out of Walnut Creek, California. Settles in against Caleb Davis, who has given up 5 hits so far, 5 runs. Justin Olson with the big hits, a 2-run single in the first, a 2-run home run in the third. Rudy takes a strike on the outside corner. 0-1 on Brock Rudy. Just a wonderful night to watch baseball out here at McBean Stadium. Potters are winning. That makes it even better, but there's 2 guys carrying beer bats, empty beer bats behind home plate, and that makes it fantastic. That's fouled back to the screen. That barely missed our camera, Riley. Go down there and give them a piece of your mind. I like how you just take your beer bat up there and you just plop it on the counter and say, fill this baby up. I think it's 23 ounces, I think was the number we came up with. It's not as easy aerodynamically to handle a beer bat as you would think. I speak from experience. Hit sharply down to first base, handled down there by Garcia. He'll beat him to the bag, and Brock Rudy is retired. A couple of well-hit balls by the Potters, but 2 down in the fourth, and here's Zach Chamiso, who singled in the first and then lined out to right in the second. So Zach 1 for 2, has a run scored. The product of Lincoln High School, the Fighting Zebras. They're one of the schools we appreciate students from here today. Kind of like the Lehman Elementary Lemurs. Swinging and a miss at a fastball. 0-1 on Zach Chamiso. Breaking ball is chopped off of Zach Chamiso, so it'll be quickly 0-2 on Zach as he kind of limps around down there before settling back into the batter's box. If he reaches, Brandon Forrester more accurately, will be on at the plate. Lined out into center field. Will it hang up? It will hang up out there for Nathan Hamburger in center field. So Chamiso hits it hard again, but he has retired another line drive. 1-2-3 for the Potters in the fourth. We go to the fifth. Potters 5, Mudcats nothing.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street. Only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport. Lincoln Area Archives Museum is the official partner of the Potters' 100th anniversary season. The museum is located just around the corner in Bierman Plaza in the center of the Old Historic District. Plan your visit and learn about early Lincoln history.
Lincoln Potters baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Out for the top of the fifth, Peyton Stumbo will face Caleb Jeske, then Tyler Tobey and Noah Garcia, 5, 6, and 7 in the Mudcats order. First pitch is outside. I want to correct an omission here. The Carlin C. Coppin Dragons, I did not mention them as having students that we are appreciating out here tonight. And that is not a fierce dragon, I will be honest. Evens up 1 ball and 1 strike. It's kind of a friendly, playful dragon, which is good for the elementary school. If you're going to go to the middle school or the high school, the dragon has to be a little more fierce. But this dragon is perfectly situated. 1-1 is big chopper out toward short, cut off by the third baseman over to first. Jack Grant makes the play, and he makes it perfectly for the out. If it gets to Forrester, probably doesn't get him at first base. Grant cuts in front of him. On the run, throws to first to get the first out of the inning. And Jeske is retired. Here's Tyler Tobey, who has the only hit for the Mudcats. A solid single up the middle back in the second inning. Tyler's second hit of the summer as he settles in there out of Elk Grove, California, and Delta College down in Stockton. Breaking balls on the corner for a strike. 0-1. Working quickly, Peyton pours that one down the middle. That had some steam on it, 0-2. Breaking ball's line foul down the first base line as Peyton came back quickly and Tobey was ready and put it down the right field line, but foul. So it stays at 0-2 on Tyler Tobey. Swing and a miss at a high fastball. That's the fifth strikeout for Peyton Stumbo, and we go with 2 outs here in the fifth to Noah Garcia. Noah grounded out to second base his first time up, the left-hand hitting first baseman out of Danville, California, the University of Laverne, his school of choice. Lines one foul down the left field line. 0-1 on Noah Garcia. Sails outside with the fastball from Peyton Stumbo from Placer High up in Auburn and University of Nevada, Reno. Used to call it Nevada, Reno. I think they just call it Nevada now. That's inside by a hair. 2 balls and 1 strike on Noah Garcia. If he reaches, then Brian Arantia, the designated hitter, is on deck. Fouled out of play again, so Stumbo even in the count at 2-2. Another great crowd out here, and beautiful night. Just a beautiful night for baseball. Breaking ball's chopped foul by Noah Garcia, so he stays alive. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. We're in the fifth. We'll be chatting with Coach Mike Marjama in the bottom of the inning. He chops that big chopper out toward short. Forrester couldn't see it. He had to wait for it, and it won't be in time. That ball got up into the sun there, and Brandon Forrester had to charge it if he was going to have any chance, but he couldn't find it. So Garcia is going to get a sun-aided ground ball base hit, and he is over at first base. Would have been a tough play even if Forrester could have handled it because Garcia, left-handed hitter, was down the line pretty quickly. But when Brandon couldn't charge it, he really didn't have any chance to get the runner first. So here's Brian Arantia, who grounded out to short his first time up out of Fairfield, California, and New Mexico Junior College. Brian, number 23 for the Mudcats, who got their second hit there with Garcia. Fastball is in there for a strike. 0-1. It's a certain sophistication to a man who can handle a beer bat. Just walking casually around, handling your beer bat. Popped up right side. Olson seems to have a beat on it. in foul territory. Justin reaches up and makes the catch. So another good inning for Peyton Stumbo. We go to the bottom of the fifth, and the Potters lead this one 5-0. Now, wait a minute here. And now they're going back off the field again. I'm completely puzzled here, as it looked like Justin caught the ball cleanly. And that would be the third out. Yes. Okay. And everybody's telling everybody else what to do. The umpires are talking. It looked to me to be a very straightforward pop fly that Olson caught in foul territory. And now everybody from the Lincoln Potters is off the field, and everybody from the other team is getting on the field. And so we can say, finally, we'll go to the bottom of the fifth. Potters lead 5-0.
Lincoln Potters baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadium. 33 action-packed home games loaded with fun for the whole family. Local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small-town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Bottom of the fifth inning, Potters lead at 5-0. As that very puzzling play by Justin Olson to end the inning. So we're waiting to make sure that we have established contact with Coach Mike Marjama down there, so we can chat about the game so far, which has gone pretty much to the way the Potters wanted it to and the way that JP has talked about it going. As he came out and said before the game in the John Peters show, he said, look, we're going to come out here, we're going to swing the bats, we got a little velocity on the mound, and that's exactly what's happened. Coach Mike, are you down there? I guess Coach Mike is otherwise engaged, probably talking to everybody about what kind of play that was, so we'll try to establish contact with him at a future date, and we will look up and see that Brandon Forrester is coming to the plate. He has singled, he has walked. Making his Potters debut out of Oregon State University, Fair Oaks, California, Mr. Brandon Forrester. First pitch is in there for a strike. Caleb Davis still out on the mound for the Mudcats. He's given up 5 runs on 5 hits. He has 2 strikeouts so far. That one is outside for a ball, so evens it up at 1-1 on Brandon Forrester. Ben Higdon to follow, and then Justin Olson. 2, 3, and 4 for the Potters here in the bottom of the fifth. Student Appreciation Day and Orange Friday being celebrated out here. Look out for that breaking ball just a little bit inside. 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike. Tomorrow, fireworks night. First pitch a little bit earlier at 6:05. Christina Werner, the sports meteorologist, will be with us in the booth for, I think, the 3rd straight year. She's been out here checking out Potter action for a couple of years now and sitting in here. And what a great baseball fan. What a great sports fan she is. Loving the locals, Kings and 49ers and Giants, and Potters, of course. 3-1 pitch. Big chopper down the third baseline. Russell's going to have to hurry. He guns it down to first and not in time. And it's an infield single for Brandon Forrester. So he's on base for the 3rd time. A couple of walks, or a couple of singles and a walk. And Ben Higdon comes to the plate. Ben has hit the ball very well twice and really has nothing to show for it. He had a sharp line drive, one-off line drive to shortstop in the first that Tyler Tobey made an excellent play on. And then he flied out deep to left field back in the 3rd inning. So Ben just a little bit off, maybe a little bit unlucky as well. He's got Forrester over at first and nobody out here in the 5th. And the throw over to first base by Davis. Still nobody in the Mudcats pen loosening up, and I don't think there's anybody in there for the Potters as well, as Stumbo has looked very strong coming through the first 5 innings. Fastball inside to Ben Higdon out of Paducah, Kentucky. Incredible season on the junior college ranks this year and going to the University of Kentucky next year. And he's ahead 1-0 to Caleb Davis. Forrester bluffs at first and Davis steps off. Brandon Forrester very active on the field. And attracting a lot of attention over there at first base. As the left-handed hitting Higdon waits, here's the pitch. Line drive left field, not going to stay up. I think it will, and reach up and makes the catch is Ballum in left, which is not an easy play out there fighting the sun. And that was a slicing line drive again. Hit very hard by Ben Higdon, and he's hit the ball well 3 times. Not much to show for it. And here's Justin Olson, who has a lot to show for his 2 at-bats. He is a 2-run single in the first and a 2-run home run in the third, and he's up here with Forrester at first base. So the left-hand hitting Olson waits. Forrester creeps off. There's the pitch. It's outside for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes, and it looks like we might have established contact with our guy. Coach Mike, are you there?
I'm here.
Now, were you busy or did we miss you?
Phantom, I got some Mentos down here. We're hitting the ball hard.
Yes.
So I had to go grab some Mentos really quick. Is this a sight for sore eyes right here, finding some barrels? I mean,
absolutely.
I'm loving this. Absolutely loving this.
Absolutely tremendous. JP told us before the game we were going to see a little velo out from our pitchers, and we're going to see some people hitting the ball, and that's exactly what happened. What do you think of Justin Olson so far?
Great job. I think, our whole lineup, we're waiting for him to get going, but, ran into a ball right there, which was awesome. Good take right there. We had some early work today. We took all the boys to Louisville today. The pitchers even put it on themselves to show up to Louisville to support the hitters. We had changed up BP a little bit today, got the guys a little bit out of their comfort zone, and, they're responding. So this is I'm loving it.
I'm loving it as well. And what I'm also loving, besides Peyton pitching very well, Coach, is the fact that the defense looks so solid. Forrester at shortstop, Grant over at third base, really helping out their pitcher.
Yeah, you know what? It's funny. We just got in Nate Esposito, Granite Bay boy here locally, played AAA for a long time with the Royals. He is now an undergrad assistant this last year at Oregon State. And so, I was joking with him. I was like, man, Brandon Forrester looks pretty good out there at short. And he goes, well, he worked all year with Darwin Barney. I would hope he looks pretty good. So he looks incredible out there. Jack Grant. Patrick Herrera over there. Come on, guys. It's going to be an exciting summer, and we need a little time to get going, but it's starting to come.
Well, we knew that, and I know how enthusiastic you are even when things are going down. So I know, Mike, you must be really on the moon right now seeing what the team has done in the first 5 innings.
Yeah, you know what? I think it's really Peyton throwing the ball well. He's establishing the fastball. He's going after him. That's amazing. We're putting some pressure on the defense. Our guys are finding some barrels. What was nice is Brian Stevens talked about this the other day. I just saw him walk by here is, our guys are using the opposite field here. They're staying on the ball a little bit longer. They're driving the ball. Ben had just hits a missile over there to left field. So great to see.
Yeah, absolutely. I was going to talk about Zach Chamiso and Ben both hitting, Ben's hit it hard 3 times, really has nothing to show for it. And Zach is a couple of line drives, and that's got to be, even, I know you're going to get base hits and stuff, but even just seeing guys barrel it up, it's got to feel nice.
Yeah, we're finding we're staying on the ball, and that's something that's huge. That's a nice steal right there, good timing, a good situation.
Yeah, Forrester, obviously, you're talking about working at shortstop, but he really looks like he knows what he's doing on the baseball field, just the way he scored from second on that hit back in the first inning and really read the line drive well. So he's making things happen out there.
Yeah, he's a gamer. He's an absolute gamer. Imagine having an older brother like he does in front of him. He gets to learn the game. It's absolutely incredible to see. So, another guy we're really excited about. Well,
Coach, it's great talking to you. Sorry it was a little bit late, but as always, we enjoyed it. We'll do it again tomorrow night. All I'm saying is just keep it going, will you?
Hey, that's the plan. We'll keep having these boys having fun and get through it.
Second base, stepping on second, throwing to first, and that is going to be a double play for Romano. That's the end of the inning. We thank Coach Mike Margema for helping us out again. We'll talk to him again tomorrow. We go to the top of the 6th, and the Potters lead at 5-0.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street, only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport. Lincoln Area Archives Museum is the official partner of the Potters' 100th anniversary season. The museum is located just around the corner in Bierman Plaza in the center of the Old Historic District. Plan your visit and learn about early Lincoln history.
Lincoln Potters baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Top of the sixth inning, Potters leading at 5-0. Peyton Stumbo still out on the mound. We thank Coach Mike Marjama for talking to us through that inning. Great to see him enjoying talking to us. It was a little tough over the last couple of games, but Mike has incredible energy, incredible knowledge, and just loves teaching. Is just a real good advertisement for the Lincoln Potters, and it sounds like we've got a couple other guys who are helping them out down there, so great job by the Potters. Stumbo's breaking ball is a little bit high to Nathan Hamburger, who popped out his first time up. He is 50% off if he strikes out, Dueling Dogs products, and he disappointed everybody by popping to shortstop the first time up. He chops that one high to second base. Nice play out there. Over to first by Patrick Herrera, throwing it on the run. So again, we retired him, and that's good, but no 50% off, so everybody go pay full price for it. It's not going to hurt you. Go ahead and go. And one out in Max McGee, who was struck out twice looking. Leadoff hitter. Comes up to the plate. Max out of Delta College.
Now batting for the Mudcats, number 9, right fielder Max
McGee
McGee.
from Pleasanton, California, takes the first pitch outside. Right-handed hitter was 6 for 12 coming in tonight and is 0 for 2 tonight so far. Alec Nava will follow him. That's it out toward shortstop. Forrester bobbles it, still has it across the diamond with the throw, gets him at first base. So Forrester must have heard us talking about him because he bobbled that one a little bit, still stayed with it, knew he had time with his arm, and gunned it across to Justin Olson for the second out. So here's Alec Nava, the second baseman, flied to right and struck out 0 for 2 in this one. 294 for Alec. As he settles in there. Also Delta College, but he's from Pleasant Hill. Hits that one well in the left center, giving chase is Garrity, and he has a beat on it and makes the catch for the out. So 1-2-3 again for Peyton Stumbo. We go to the bottom of the sixth inning, and the Potters maintain the 5-0 lead.
It's all you.
No, I insist.
It's your turn.
Nope, I think it's your turn.
I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. Go.
I appreciate your appreciation. It fills me.
Safe drivers save money with Farmers.
Just for driving safely?
It's a Farmers policy perk. Get Farmers and you can get a safe driver discount simply for having a clean driving record for 3 years.
Come on. After you.
After you.
Safety first.
Get a whole lot of something with Farmers policy perks.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Loomis Basin Brewing Company, a proud sponsor of your Lincoln Potters. Visit them at 3277 Swetzer Road in Loomis or call 916-259-2739.
Being in the market for a new home comes with more than just buying a property. It is finding the right house in the right neighborhood in the right community. Since 2005, Lori, with Frey & Associates Real Estate, has lived and worked as a real estate broker in Lincoln. She is passionate about local organizations and volunteers with them as well.
She's knowledgeable. She knows. She asks a lot of questions. She gets things done.
We still learn a lot from Lori, and she's very helpful, very positive, and has been wonderful, wonderful broker.
We at Frey & Associates are your local hometown realtor, and we are here for you.
Lincoln Potters baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Bottom of the sixth, Potters lead at 5-0. Tyler Garrity, Patrick Herrera, and Jack Grant up here against Caleb Davis, who is still out there for the Mudcats, and he actually hasn't really pitched that badly today. He's given up 5 hits to give up the big 2-run home run to Olson and the 2-run single to Olson. He had a rough first inning settling in, and then since then, really just the pitch to Olson has been bad for Davis as he goes into the 6th inning. Garrity has singled and walked so far in this one. His first pitch is taken on the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. Tyler, an infield single in the second, came around to score, stolen base, pass ball, wild pitch. So he did the trifecta on the base pass. Swing and a miss, 0-2 on Tyler Garrity out of Seneca, California, and the University of Kansas, UK. I wonder if it could petition them to change their name to the Lemurs, because I'm all about the Lemurs now. That's outside, 1-2. And the Carlin C. Coppin Dragons, which are also good. Foskett Ranch Falcons, right by my house, so I have to give them a special shout-out. Breaking ball lined foul over the head of the third base coach, JP, and into the bullpen area. So it stays 1-2 strikes on Tyler Garrity with Patrick Herrera on deck. That's chopped foul right off of Tyler Garrity, and he rues the day he was born for a couple of seconds here. And he will limp his way around the catcher back to the right-handed batter's box. Bottom of the sixth, Potters 5. All 5 came in the first 3 innings, 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third. And so far, Peyton Stumbo has shut down the Mudcats on just 2 hits. Only 66 pitches for Peyton through 6 innings, so maybe he'll get a chance to go out for the 7th. Here's the 1-2. In the dirt outside, 2-2. Caleb Jeske behind the plate for the Mudcats. Noah Garcia at first, Alec Nava at second, Tyler Toby at short, and Austin Russell down at third. Outside, ball 3. Brendan Balham in left, Nathan Hamburger in center, and Max McGee over in right. So Garrity has worked it to a full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes here, leading off the bottom of the 6th. Very excited about tomorrow night's fireworks night at 6:05 first pitch. That's fouled back to the screen again by Tyler Garrity. So he's getting his money's worth in this at bat. As, that's Jojo Villarreal coming out, and he's taking Anthony Perez's place, and he might have broken a couple of sprinting records getting over from his dugout all the way over to the Mudcats dugout. So there's some sort of competition going on there, I can see it. Hit sharply to the right of second. That is into center field for a solid base hit by Tyler Garrity. Diving try by Alec Nava to no avail, and Garrity, a solid single up the middle, his second hit of the night, the 6th hit for the Potters against Caleb Davis, and Patrick Herrera coming to the plate. Out of Mesa, Arizona, transferred out of Northwestern to the University of Kentucky. He has walked and hit into a double play, grounded it to third. Russell stepped on the bag and threw across the diamond back in the 3rd inning. Garrity at first, nobody out. They throw it at first, and Tyler was kind of leaning the wrong way, but he gets back in there before Garcia can apply the tag. Jones McCoy sent me an urgent message. Superhero Night is July the 15th. So you want to put that on the calendar right now. There goes the run, and the ball's in the dirt, so he's going to steal. Garrity is going to get credit for a second steal of the game. He is down at second base. So let's see. Superhero Night against the Crawdads. Fireworks Spectacular. $5 12-ounce Dueling Dogs hard cider. That's a great thing, but it's July 15th. You know, it's a month away. I mean, I like the advanced planning stones. I like that. And it is a tremendous thing because who's going to be, well, it looks like last year Spider-Man was here. So that's pretty good. Throw back to second base to try to pick up Garrity, and he is safe. Nava covering from second base. So Spider-Man, Iron Man, and some guy holding his baby. Oh, that's Matt Lundgren. I don't know that really, and Piper. So out of the 4 people in the poster, only 2 of them are real superheroes. Fouled out of play by Herrera. I don't know. I just think maybe if you're doing superhero, you put all superheroes in the poster. That's just my idea. Jack Grant to follow for the Potters. Garrity out at second base, nobody out. 1-1 to Patrick Herrera. Hits that one sharply up the middle. That's a base hit into center field. Garrity's going to round third. He's going to hit for the plate. Hamburger picks it up. Then he bobbles it. So going around to second base, it's Patrick Herrera. He's in there safely with his first Potter RBI of the summer. 6-0 now for the Potters. There's 2 clean hits right up the middle, and Garrity with the stolen base between them allows Herrera to grab that RBI. And here comes Jack Grant, who struck out and grounded to third. He is 0 for 2 in this one, is Jack Grant. Number 8 hitter, Brock Rudy, to follow, the catcher. Herrera out at second. I think we've got a balk called on Caleb Davis. And going to third is Patrick Herrera. Gets the knucks from JP. And he's down at third with nobody out here in the 6th inning. Davis from the stretch throws outside to Jack Grant. There is activity, as we mentioned, in the bullpen for the Mudcats. One NO on Jack. High fly ball right field out of play, so it goes 1-1 on Jack Grant. Herrera down at third base, nobody out. Potters have scored 1 here in the 6th. They lead it 6-0. That's popped up to the right side. Noah Garcia might have a thought about it, but it's going to be over there where the parking lot Potters hang out. 1-2. Maybe we could corral Stones McCoy. I still have to ask him about the parking lot Potters menu today. So, Riley, if you can grab him at some point, we'll put him on. Maybe. High for a ball, 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. A couple more shaved ices coming out here. Probably smalls. 2-2 pitch. Popped up right side out of play by Jack Grant once again. We'll try to corral Stones between the bottom of the 7th and top of the 8th. Or bottom of the 6th and top of the 7th, excuse me. And but he's quite busy. Dealing with Willie Preston, the best in the business. Aaron Jackson, the best in the business. Journalistically, that is. Although I can't say that because Jordan might hear me. Outside for a ball, 3-2. Jordan Bajorgeson, former Potters intern, now respected journalist for Gold Country Media. Read his stuff in the Lincoln News Messenger and the Auburn Journal and all over the place. 3-2 pitch. High in the air, left field. Going back is Ballholm. He's going to have room to make the catch. The tag is made. The throw's coming in. It will be just a little bit too late, and standing up and scoring is Patrick Herrera. So it's a sacrifice fly and an RBI for Jack Grant. Second run of the inning in. Potters lead at 7-0. Now what a fine throw by Ballholm, but not in time. And as we have a break here, we will call in Mr. Stones McCoy. Stones, you are the guy we talked to about the Parking Lot Potters menu, and today they might have reached their heights. Even for them, it might be the top.
First of all, I don't eat lamb on a regular basis.
Okay, well then, don't start with a negative. Start with a positive.
But I had lamb today because they brought me 3 beautiful lamb chops.
Was that a rack of lamb?
That was a half rack of lamb, and it's probably the greatest thing I think I've ever eaten in my life.
Yeah, it's a half rack of lamb from the Parking Lot Potters. Swing and a miss. And is that insane or what?
It's insane, but I have to tell you. So I went down there. I talked to Dawn. I said, Dawn, what is the jelly that you put on this?
That's what Willie was talking about.
And I got the recipe. I will not share it here because I'm not going to let everybody know. But if you want to know, come on out to the Potters and we'll talk about it.
That is nicely done, my friend. Nicely done. So, I'm thinking probably top 3 Parking Lot Potters meals ever.
Yeah, top 3, top 2.
I mean, as you said, you opened up the container and all of a sudden, like this light shone, like it was the Holy Grail or something like that. And all of a sudden, and I've never seen you. Well, I've seen you eating a lot, but I've never seen you so stunned by the menu choice. Absolutely stunned. That's Stones McCoy, who somehow got back up here after 7 innings of wandering around. And I think he gave justice to the menu item. So well done, Stones McCoy. 2-2 on Brock Rudy. 2 runs in, 1 out here in the 6th inning. Rudy takes it outside for a ball. 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes. Popped out of play by, I think, down the left field line, giving chases Ballum, and he does not get there. It's in the bullpen. And we'll try it again with Brock Rudy, the catcher out of Walnut Creek, California, and the University of Hawaii. Struck out in the second and grounded to first in the fourth, so he is 0 for 2 in this one. He'll be followed by the top of the order. That's Zach Chamiso here in the 6th inning for the Potters. Here's the 3-2. Inside corner, call strike 3. Rudy is out on strikes. He was going to go after that. Then he said, no, it's too far inside. He let it go, and it was called strike 3 for the second out of the inning. And here's Zach Chamiso, who singled and scored the first, then lined to right in the second and lined to center in the third. And we're going to have a meeting at the mound by the Mudcats. We might get ourselves a new pitcher here, as Caleb Davis has been working hard for 5 2/3 innings. They're going to have a meeting at the mound. It doesn't look like somebody's, they're walking quite slowly, but no, the manager is leaving the field, so Davis is going to stay. And it'll be Chamiso. So Chamiso comes up here, 1 for 3 in this one. Left-handed hitter out in left field today for the Potters, which by now is a nice field out there. He takes a nice-looking breaking ball by Davis on the inside corner. 0-1 on Zach. 286 coming in with 3 runs batted in. Slices that one foul over by the Mudcats dugout. And he's quickly down in the count, 0-2. 2 runs for the Potters here in the 6th inning. Garrity and Herrera scoring them. The lead is now 7-0 for the Potters, trying to get back into the win column. Chamiso takes a fastball outside, 1-2. Started off the CCL play by winning 3 of 4 from the Sonoma Stompers, including a 15-inning affair up in Sonoma. Lost 4 to the Prune Packers, so they sit at 3-5 now. Chamiso chops that one out toward third base. Russell has it across the diamond at first and gets him by a step. So 2 runs on 2 hits, nobody left. We go to the 7th. Potters 7, Mudcats nothing.
The mouth-watering Big Mac with a savory Filet-O-Fish and a tasty McChicken. My goodness, that looks good. Oh, you're making a McDonald's menu hack. Yes, a land, air, and sea. Oh, it's going to tip over. No, it's good. It's good. Very stable. Order the land, air, and sea by name. Build it by hand.
Placer Valley Tourism. Our mission is to increase the health of the hotel industry through occupancy and average daily rate in Roseville, Rockland, and Lincoln. Proud partner of the Potters in the 2023 West Coast World Series Tournament from August 8th to 11th.
Top of the 7th, Potters lead 7-0. Peyton Stumbo still out on the mound, but Jack Chamiso no longer in left field. Braden Grantham has taken over out there for Zach. There's a base hit on the first pitch right up the middle by Austin Russell. His first hit of the game. He is 1 for 3. Third hit for the Mudcats, and that one was clean right up the middle past Peyton Stumbo, and it will bring up Bronson Ballum. Grantham out of Mesa, Arizona, University of San Diego. He is now out in left field. Will bat in the leadoff spot for Chamiso if that spot comes up again for the Potters. And here's Bronson Bellum, who takes a while to get out there, and now he's ready to go. Out of Scottsdale, Arizona, left-handed hitter has lined out to shortstop and grounded to shortstop, so he is 0 for 2. Stumbo's pitch is hit out into right center field. Garrity on the run, still on the run, makes the catch out in right center field. What a fine play by Tyler Garrity. Had a beat on it all the way, and Braulholm hit it very, very well, and he is retired on a fly ball to deep right center field. Tyler Garrity just went as fast as needed to be and got there in plenty of time to make the catch on the hard hit line drive. 1 out, and here's Caleb Jeske. The catcher is grounded to short and grounded to third in this one, so he is 0 for 2. Caleb out of Angwin, California, and the College of Marin steps in from the right side against Stumbo, who's up at 70 pitches now. Fastball's in there, still there right around 90 miles an hour for Peyton Stumbo as we are in the 7th inning. Tyler Tobey on deck. Throw over to first base is not fruitful from the Potters' standpoint, as Russell is still safely ensconced at first base. That's chopped. A tough chopper going to be hopefully go foul, and it does. Brock Rudy ran it down the third base line. Stumbo came off the mound. Grant came in from third. Rudy runs it down as it rolls foul. And fortunately for the Potters, as there would have been no play had it not rolled foul. So it is 0-2 now on Caleb Jeske. He's followed by Tyler Tobey here in the 7th. 3 hits for the Mudcats, with Russell getting the 3rd here to open up the 7th inning. Breaking ball is chopped down to third. It's a fair ball. Grant's got it. He's going to go to second for 1 over to first. Not in time, but a fine try. Nice turn out there by Patrick Herrera, and didn't get him at first base. It's a fielder's choice, and Jeske will take first base as Russell is erased from the base pass. Grant got that one. Looked like it was going to be a tough play, and it was in the end, but they made it look very close there as Herrera with a good turn. 2 outs now, and Tyler Tobey, who has singled up the middle and struck out, so he is 1 for 2 in this one. Tyler out of Elk Grove, California, and Delta College. Right-handed hitter at shortstop today for the Mudcats. Fastball's in there for a strike. Oh and 1. That is also a strike in there. 0-2 now on Tyler Tobey. Noah Garcia to follow if Tyler can keep this inning going for the Mudcats. Breaking ball, call strike 3. And Stumbo retires the side with the strikeout. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Potters 7, Mudcats nothing.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street, only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
Old Town Pizza, a proud sponsor of your Potters baseball, will deliver you a slice that you won't soon forget. Come see why they've been voted the best of the best 12 straight years. Visit otpizza.net to get yours today. But don't take it from me.
I think Old Town Pizza should be expanded through the state or even through the country because it's so delicious.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadium. 33 action-packed home games loaded with fun for the whole family. Local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, Kids Zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small-town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Bottom of the 7th, Brandon Forrester is going to be starting off the inning, and I'm going to try to find out the identity of this new pitcher as we have a left-hander coming in for the Solano Mudcats finishing up his warm-up tosses. I think it's Dayton Hicks, number 3. So it is Dayton Hicks taking over for Davis, who went 6 innings, gave up 7 hits and 7 runs. And Dayton Hicks will come on for him. Dayton out of Vacaville, California, Diablo Valley College. And he will face Brandon Forster, then Ben Higdon and Justin Olson, 2, 3, and 4 for the Potters. 74 pitches for Peyton Stumbo, 3 hits allowed. He struck out 6. And we think that might be it for Peyton as the Potters are warming up at least one hurler down there. So Hicks is through with his warm-up tosses, and we're ready to go. Forrester to the plate. He's got 2 singles. He's got a walk, and he scored twice. So he has made a definite impression in his opening game here for the Lincoln Potters. Looks like Grant Kelly, number 40, warming up for the Potters down in their bullpen. So Hicks from the stretch. Here's the first pitch. Forster takes high and outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Potters 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third, and then 2 more in the 6th inning to back up Peyton Stumbo, who, as we said, 6 innings and 3 hits. 7 innings and 3 hits. That one's popped up right side, and it will go out of play into the old VIP area over there where the Wood Creek Little League people are hanging out. You see a lot of the Wood Creek Little League Cardinals walking around. Cardinals jerseys are just cool. I mean, one year, those Cardinal jerseys got that kind of blue with the red letters. Very nice. Just very nice. 1-1 to Brandon Forster. That curveball is outside. 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike. Higdon to follow, and then Justin Olson, who's driven in 4 runs today. That's fouled by Brandon. 2-2 for the Potter shortstop. Here comes JoJo out there. He's running them down. I guess Perez has the rest of the night off, and JoJo took over for him. Good to see JoJo. Out of Corpus Christi, Texas. Grambling State University for JoJo. 2-2 coming up to Forrester from Hicks. Popped up on the off-speed pitch, out of play. 2-2. Reminder again, because Stones wants me to tell everybody that on July 15th, it's Superhero Night. A lot of nice promotion. We got Cider Saturday. $5 12-ounce ciders from Dilly Dogs. Outside for a ball. That's July 15th versus the Walnut Creek Crawdads. A 6:05 first pitch because, yes, it is a fireworks night, as is tomorrow night. So if you've got tickets, remember 6:05 first pitch tomorrow, so we can get up and over in time to watch some fireworks. 3-2 coming up to Forrester. That's sliced back to the screen. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Hicks is ready to go from the stretch to Brandon Forrester. Inside, and Brandon reaches base for the 4th time tonight. A couple of walks, couple of hits, and he's over there for Ben Higdon, who's hit into some bad luck tonight. A shot to shortstop that Toby made a great play on back in the first. A deep fly to left field, and then a line out to left field. So he is 0 for 3 and has hit the ball well 3 times. After tomorrow against the Mudcats, Potters return home on the 20th against the Crawdads. It's a 2 for Tuesday. That one is in there for a strike. Next week, Tuesday, the Crawdads. Thursday, we play the Merchants, another 2 for Tuesday. Actually, Thirsty Thursday, to be honest. Then the West Coast Kings are in town for Friday and Saturday. Forrester dancing off at first. Here's the pitch to Higdon. It's outside. Then Sunday, the Potters are on the road. And then the next Tuesday, the Stompers are back in town. We play them twice in 3 days. So a lot of midweek. We got Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays and Saturdays for you the next couple of weeks. So make your plans to come on out and watch. Forrester bluffs. Here's the pitch to Higdon. Hit right back to the pitcher. Hicks picks it up. He's have to go over to first. Underhand and just barely beats Higdon at first base. Looks like Trey Furry is going to bat for Justin Olson. As Higdon is out. Pitcher to first base. Forrester goes down to second. And here's Trey Furry, the all-time Potters leaders in base hits. He's going to come on for Olson, who had a tremendous day. 2 official at-bats. Scored a run. Got 2 hits and drove in 4 runs. So good line for Justin Olson. He'll be somebody's player of the game. That's for sure. And here's Furry out of Folsom Lake College, the right-handed hitter. Played first base last night. Hits one sharply down the third, backhanded by Russell all the way across the diamond, scooped up at first base, and moving to third is Forrester. So good play by Russell down at third base to get Furry. Forrester waited till the throw was released and then came on down to third, so he's 90 feet away with 2 outs, and Ben Romano coming to the plate. Out of Tulane University and Mendham, New Jersey, 6'2", Ben Romano. He's hit into a double play, been hit by a pitch, and hit into another double play. He's hit the ball sharply both times. It's just right to the guy, turning 2, so it's inside for a ball. Last time he hit the ball sharply up the middle, but the second baseman was playing very close to second, stepped on second, and threw him out at first base. So 0 for 2 for Ben. That's what that all boils down to. Here comes Forrester stealing home. The throw is going to be wild, and Brandon steals home for the Potters' 8th run. So that is quite the debut for Brandon Forrester. On base 4 times, he scored 3 runs and stole home. He just took advantage of Hicks not paying attention. By the time that he picked him up, the throw to home was wild, and scoring was Forrester easily for the 8th run of the game for the Potters. Romano still with a 1-ball, no-strike count. As Forrester, 2 walks, 2 hits, 3 runs scored. That is outside for a ball. 2-0. So we've seen a home run from Justin Olson. We've seen a steal of home from Brandon Forrester. So it's been an interesting ball game. Romano fouls it back to the screen. 2 balls and 1 strike. There's a kid behind the backstop, and it never fails. Somebody fouls it back, and they flinch, and he really flinched after that ball hit the backstop. 2 balls and 1 strike. Hicks from the stretch with a 2-1 coming up to Romano. And it's in there for a call strike, 2-2. Engineer Riley will be distracted. If you see some sort of mistake on the screen, it'll be because he's diving into Hobby's Tacos, and he is diving into those things. 2-2 pitch. Hit sharply out towards shortstop. Toby has it. Takes his time across the diamond and gets him at first by a step. So Potters score once on the Forrester steal of home. We go to the 8th. Potters lead at 8-0.
It begins on the farm, where hard work breeds motivation. Care is taken under watchful eyes. With new growth comes inspiration, where playtime is mandatory. Welcome to Dueling Dogs Brewing Company. Meet the Stevens, a husband and wife who work hand in hand to craft exclusive small batch beer, mead, and cider. Using locally sourced ingredients to ensure freshness in every glass. Where a community of farmers, local artisans, and amazing food make for a truly inspired atmosphere. At the end of the day, we know the value of hard work. The families it unites, it's in the pride we take, the stories we tell, and the best friends who were cherished. Dueling Dogs Brewing Company.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
New pitcher for the Potters is Grant Kelly out of the University of Southern Nevada, and he is relieving Peyton Stumbo, who went 7 innings, gave up 3 hits, struck out 6, walked nobody, and gave up no runs, of course, as he leaves with an 8-0 lead. And Kelly is ready to go. Before his infielders are really ready, he throws the first pitch to Noah Garcia, and it's in there for a strike. Noah has singled and grounded to second base. And he hits that one right at second base, and Herrera gobbles it up, goes over to first for the out. So Stumbo, is, I told Willie Preston the stat. We have been around a long time, and you go 7 innings and give up no walks, you're going to do pretty well in summer ball. And Peyton, a tremendous performance out there tonight to put his team up 8-0. And here's Brian Arantia, the designated hitter, has grounded out to shortstop and popped out to first, so he is over 2. And that pitch is outside from Kelly, about 85 miles an hour for Grant, making his second appearance in conference play. 2 innings and 1 run. Takes that one on the inside corner. That's a strike. 1-1. Grant Kelly working from the stretch. Takes that one down the middle again. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Brian Arantia. Nathan Hamburger on deck, I think. Hit sharply out towards short. Forrester gobbles it up, takes a crow hop across first and gets him a little low throw, but scooped up over there by Trey Furry. And Arantia is out 6-3. So Potters have shown has only struck out 6, which is a respectable number through 7 2/3, but they've walked nobody, and the 3 hits are the only base runners that the Mudcats are able to get. And that makes it a lot easier. So here's Nathan Hamburger, the center fielder. Sometimes Stones is the best. Not usually, but sometimes he is. 1-0 to Nathan Hamburger. Top of the order, Max McGee, if Nathan can reach base. No longer the Dueling Dogs batter because the beer sales after the 7th inning are curtailed, except for tomorrow at fireworks night. That's down low for a ball. 2-0. But I think if you're coming to fireworks night, you better already have those tickets because it's going to be packed. I mean, it's packed right now, and there's no fireworks except for the Potters' 8 runs. 2-0's line to left field. What a play by Forrester, a diving catch in the hole. Man, have a debut, Brandon Forrester. And that is the inning, 1-2-3. And again, the Potters are slow to come off the field because that's the new thing now. And Forrester with a tremendous web gem at shortstop. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Potters lead 8-0.
Welcome back, Olympia's 5th grade orchestra.
Perhaps there's no place like your home because you made it so at R.C. Willey.
Hi, Bill Evans, President of the Placer County Association of Realtors. We're in the store, our conference facilities, an amazing team helps keep together an amazing organization, and we thank them all.
This organization can't do what it does and can't run the way it runs without the help of so many members volunteering their time.
The success of the Placer County Association of Realtors is largely dependent on our active volunteer members to help our organization and industry. The work of our committees greatly impacts our ability to champion efforts across the board and giving back to the Placer County community wherever we can.
Like all service organizations, I wanted to serve. And getting involved with the affiliate committee was the perfect way to do that.
I love being able to serve my community with my business friends and other leaders and give back to those who are in need.
The thing I love about the PFAR committees is they all work toward the same goal of bringing the community together to support those in need in our surrounding area.
I instantly came to the meeting and had a wonderful time, felt like I was a part of something bigger, and it was just the start of my leadership journey.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Still buzzing over to that catch by Brendan Forrester to end the top of the 8th inning. A dive into the hole to rob a base hit from Nathan Hamburger. And it'll be Tyler Garrity, then Patrick Herrera and Jack Grant for the Potters. Against Dayton Hicks, the second pitcher for the Mudcats, the left-hander. Gave up 1 run in the 7th. Walked a guy, then a couple of stolen bases for Forrester, including home plate. Garrity takes an off-speed pitch in there for a strike. Tyler has singled, walked, and then singled and scored twice, so he's had a fine game as well. The center fielder out of Seneca, California, also made a real nice running catch out there earlier in the ball game. Pops that one up right side. Max McGee going to come in from his right field spot, moving around a little bit, but makes the catch eventually out in right field for the first out. So 1 out, and here's Patrick Herrera. Patrick walked in the 2nd into a double play in the 3rd, then singled in a run and scored in the 6th. So he is 1 for 2. He scored 1. He's driven 1 in. Second baseman out of Mesa, Arizona. Went to Northwestern out of high school. Is in the transfer portal and going to the University of Kentucky. And he nubs one out towards second base. Nava has it on the run, throws to first and gets him by a couple of steps. So 2 outs quickly for the Potters here in the 8th. And Jack Grant will be the hitter, the third baseman. Has struck out, grounded out, and hit a sacrifice fly, so he's picked up an RBI tonight, back in the 6th inning for Jack Grant. Jack out of Danville, California. Takes the first one right down the middle for a strike on 1. If he reaches base, Brock Rudy, the catcher, is next. That's inside. It might have hit Jack Grant, but he didn't act like it, so it's going to be 1 ball and 1 strike. The umpire says, hey, did it hit you? And he said, nah, I'm all right. So he's up there swinging at 1 ball and 1 strike. Breaking ball outside, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, bottom of the 8th. Potters 8, Mudcats nothing. Potters trying to get back in that win column. That's hit well to left field. Going back is Ballum, still going back, and reaches up at the fence and makes the catch for the out. So Grant hit it well, but Ballum with the guys playing left for the 3rd out. We go to the 9th. Potters 8, Mudcats nothing.
Have you ever wondered, what is CMN? I thought so. Let me help. CMN stands for Children's Miracle Network, a non-profit organization that raises money for children's hospitals. Locally, UC Davis Children's Hospital is your CMN hospital, the only one in our area. It is a nationally ranked comprehensive children's hospital that provides the highest quality of care to pediatric patients like me. How is this level of care possible? With help from CMN donations. CMN teamed with corporate partners and community donors to fundraise for things like equipment, research, and patient care. All money raised locally during campaigns like this stays local to support children treated at UC Davis Children's Hospital. Sick and injured kids can't wait to get the care they need. And thanks to generous donors, partners, and fundraisers like you, we don't have to. Please give wherever you see the Miracle Balloon, and thank you for supporting CMN at UC Davis.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Top of the 9th here. We're spending our time trying to identify the pitcher because we think it's Peyton Brennan. I think it is, but we're not sure. And I've got all the guys over there. All the eagle-eye guys are checking it out for me, and they won't tell me. But anyway, Grant Kelly went 1 inning, got 3 outs in a row, so he did his job. So it is 16, and that's Peyton Brennan, except for it says he's left-handed, so that's not going to work. So we'll send our guy Stones down to find out. That's what we have him here for. So send a message to him, and let's get this game going here. Top of the order, Max McGee, Alec Nava, and Austin Russell. Swing and a miss. 92 miles an hour. Max McGee has struck out twice and grounded to short, so he is over 3 in this one. Fastball outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. One pitch coming up to McGee. Fastball just inside, 2-1. Vincent Ticello is our pitcher. That's what we're trying to piece together here. That's fouled down the third base line. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Vincent is out of Simi Valley, California, University of California at Riverside, 5'9", 175. I think that fits the bill here, so that's what we're going to go with. So Vincent is in here for closer duties here today. Two pitch. Fastball just misses. Ciccolello, Vincent Ciccolello, is our third pitcher of the day. Stumbo started, then Grant Kelly came in. 3-2 pitch coming up to Max McGee. That is ball 4. That's the first walk given up by a Potters pitcher today. And that will bring up Alec Nava, the second baseman, who has flied to right, struck out, and flied to center for the Mudcats here today. So Vincent Ciccolello is our new pitcher. So here's Nava out of Delta College, Pleasant Hill, California. That is a fastball and a down low for a ball. One and 0 on Nava. That's hit out towards second base. Not that hard. They're going to go to second and get 1. Try to get the run at first, but not in time. And the ball gets past at first base. No advance over there by Nava. And the fielder's choice will put him at first with 1 out. Herrera flips it over to Forrester at short. Forrester tried to turn it quickly, get it over to first. The throw went by the first baseman, Furry, but it would not have gotten the runner anyway. So we have a pinch hitter here. Luke Piazza is going to come in to hit from UC Davis in Simi Valley, California. He is batting for Austin Russell. Russell was 1 for 3 while he was in there. Fastball gets away. Going down to second base will be Nava. So he's at second with 1 out and a 1-0 count on the pinch hitter, Luke Piazza, who just said out of Simi Valley and UC Davis. For Luke. Left-handed hitter against the right-hander, Vincent Ciccolello. One and 0. That's inside and low, 2-0. Rock Rudy's going to go out and talk to the new pitcher. Maybe settle him down just a little bit, making his Potters debut here in the 9th inning of this one. Potters trying to nail down the win. They lead at 8-0. Tomorrow, 6:05, fireworks night. These two teams will go at it again. We're on the air on the Stones Radio Network's YouTube, Lincoln Potter Baseball YouTube, Facebook, if you want to use that. Facebook, a lot of people use Facebook, I hear. 2-0. That's hit into left field. That's a base hit. Stopping at third is Nava as the throw is cut off by Jack Grant. It's a solid single by the pitcher Piazza. Runners at first and third now. Just the fourth hit for the Mudcats in this one. That should bring up Bronson Bellum, number 31. We do thank all of you who check us out via the various YouTube channels or on the Mixler when we're doing radio only. So here's Bronson Bellum. He is lined to short. He is grounded to short. He is flied to center. So he is 0 for 3. Out of Arizona State University. He's up here against Vincent Ciccolello. Now with Piazza over at first base. Shows bunt and pulls it back for a strike. 0-1. Oh, 0-1 pitch coming up. Check swing, he went around. 0-2. Nice breaking ball by Ciccolello. And 2 now on Ballon. Caleb Jeske scheduled next, the catcher. Here's the 0-2. Down in the dirt. Nice stop by Brock Rudy. 1-2 now. That's in the dirt again, and Rudy with another nice stop. Two balls and 2 strikes now on Ballon. Piazza leads at first. That's sharply hit but foul down the third base line into the dugout area of the Mudcats, so we'll do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
That's my plan. That's what I'm going to do.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Left-hand hitting Bronson Ballum, the left fielder for the Mudcats, with runners at first and third. Line drive, that's into left center field for a base hit. RBI single will score Nava from second base for the first run of the game for the Mudcats. Stopping at second is Luke Piazza. Mudcats are on the scoreboard. It's now 8-1, and Caleb Jeske is the scheduled hitter. He's grounded to short. He's grounded to third, and it's headed to a fielder's choice. So Caleb is 0 for 3. He's got a couple of runners on base now. And 1 out here in the 9th. Pops it up, but it's going to get out of play. So it is 0-1 on Caleb Jeske out of the College of Marin. Tyler Tobey, the shortstop, to follow here in the 9th. Check with the runner at second base. Fastball's hit to the left to shortstop Forrester. A diving stop, flips it to second, but he's not going to be able to get it. Tried to glove flip it to second base, but couldn't do it. As Herrera covering the bag could not reach it, so it'll be an infield single and load the bases here with 1 out in the 9th. Hit sharply by Jeske up the middle. So it's got, now there's Piazza at third, Ballum is at second, Jeske is at first, and Tyler Tobey coming to the plate. Tyler singled his first time up, then struck out in the 5th and in the 7th, so he is 1 for 3. Fastball high and inside for a ball. Noah Garcia to follow here with 1 out in the 9th. That's lined to right field. That's going to get down for a base hit. One run will score. Second, I think they'll go station to station as the throw comes into second base. So it's an RBI single. Scoring is Piazza. Second hit of the game for Toby. Second run in for the Mudcats, and they still have the bases loaded. We're going to have a meeting at the mound and step away for just a second. We're in the top of the ninth. The Potters leading at 8-2.
Placer Valley Tourism. Our mission is to increase the health of the hotel industry through occupancy and average daily rate in Roseville, Rockland, and Lincoln. Proud partner of the Potters in the 2023 West Coast World Series Tournament from August 8th to 11th.
Conference at the mound is over. We're ready for action. Noah Garcia steps in. Bases loaded, 2 runs in, 1 out here in the ninth. Potters 8, Mudcats 2 now. Zuccolello's first pitch is high for a ball, 1-0. Brian Arantia, the designated hitter, on deck for Solano. They've come up with 4 hits and 2 runs here in the ninth inning, and they have the bases loaded with just 1 out. That is high for a ball, 2-0 on Garcia. Grounded out twice and singled Noah Garcia for 1 for 3 today. Outside, ball 3. 3-0 on Garcia, who we assume will be taking maybe 2 pitches, although in summary you never really know. That is in there for a call strike, 3-1. Potters double play depth in the infield. Straightaway and medium deep in the outfield for Garcia. Swing and a miss, 3-2. That's about 90 miles an hour for Ciccolello, or Ciccolello. Full count now, or as the scoreboard says, 8-2, which I don't think is right. But don't worry, the Stone scoreboard has it right. Outside, ball 4. Bellum comes over for the 3rd run of the inning. It's an RBI base on balls for Garcia. 3rd run of the inning is in, and it's now 8-3 in favor of the Potters. And stepping in is Braden Arantia, the designated hitter. The problem for the Potters, I don't think they had anybody warming up, so they'd have to get somebody up and warm them up very quickly if they want to make a pitching change. And here's Arantia with the bases loaded. Fouls it back to the screen, and he took a great swing at that one. I give him credit for taking a cut at that one. He was all over that one. 0-1, and Brock Rudy's going to go out and talk to his pitcher. A walk, a fielder's choice, 4 straight singles and a walk for the Mudcats here in the ninth. They trailed 8-0 coming in. It is now 8-3. That's fouled away, so it's 0-2 quickly on Arantia. JoJo sprinting out there. He hasn't lost his zest to collect foul balls. Taking over for Anthony Perez, who probably tired himself out with all of his antics earlier in the game. 0-2 pitch here. Breaking ball, call strike 3. So 2 outs, and the ninth batter of the inning is Nathan Hamburger. 2 outs now. And Hamburger steps in. He is popped out, grounded out, and lined out. on a tremendous play by Brandon Forrester back in the 8th inning to end the 8th inning. That's why he's the 9th batter of the inning here against Ciccolello, who gets the big strikeout for the second out of the inning. Popped up. Is it going to stay in play? I don't think so. I was excited. I thought it was, but it's not going to. It's going to be on top of the tarp here. That shields the crowd from the elements, and in this case shields them from a foul ball. And it's 0-1 on Nathan Hamburger. Comes to us from Simi Valley, California. A lot of Simi Valleys in this game. Willamette University up north up there. Can't believe there's a baby still here. That's a long time for a baby. Nice looking pitch in there off speed 0-2. So is the last strike guy? There he is. Oh, it's our new last strike guy. He's going to get the fans up. He's going to try to get them up on the last strike. And he's doing, Stones McCoy's helping him out. Oh my gosh, the excitement is incredible. We have 2 last strike guys out there, and we have the bases loaded and an 0-2 pitch coming up. Fastball swung on and missed. And that's your ball game. Strike out the last 2 guys for Ciccolello. He nails it down. The Potters end up with the win. They win this one 8-3. A lot of heroes in this one. We'll have one of them when we come back as our player of the game. Again, final score, Potters 8. The Mudcats 3. We're back at the postgame right after this on the Stones Radio Networks.
It begins on the farm, where hard work breeds motivation. Care is taken under watchful eyes. With new growth comes inspiration, where playtime is mandatory. Welcome to Dueling Dogs Brewing Company. Meet the Stevens, a husband and wife who work hand in hand to craft exclusive small batch beer, mead, and cider. Using locally sourced ingredients to ensure freshness in every glass. We're a community of farmers, local artisans, and amazing food make for a truly inspired atmosphere. At the end of the day, we know the value of hard work. The families it unites, it's in the pride we take, the stories we tell, and the best friends who are cherished. Dueling Dogs Brewing Company.
Welcome back, Olympia's 5th grade orchestra.
Perhaps there's no place like your home because you made it so at RC Willey.
Back with the post game here. The Potters get the victory 8-3, a victory they sorely needed. Our player of the game is our starting pitcher, Peyton Stumbo. Peyton, can you hear me okay down there? Peyton Stumbo is our player of the game. Peyton, are you okay with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
There he is. Okay, that was my fault. You know, Peyton, I hear that this is kind of poetic justice because you had a fantastic outing earlier in the season and technological difficulties made it impossible for us to save it. So we're glad you're back out here and everybody can see what you did. A great performance today, 7 innings, just 3 hits. And Peyton, Willie mentioned it when he announced you as player of the game. No walks tonight, and that was really huge. Is that something obviously you look at the beginning of the game and try to do?
Yeah, that's something that I really focus on is kind of getting ahead, staying ahead, and not giving up free bases. That's the biggest thing for me is kind of, pitching the guys, not giving them what they want, and then kind of just beating them, honestly. That's all it is.
Yeah, and you had 7 innings and 6 strikeouts. That's respectable. Obviously, you've got a lot of velocity, but I love the way you use your infielders. You had a lot of help with the defense out there tonight, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. I mean, pitching the contact, use your defense. It's 9-on-1. I mean, obviously you got to use your guys behind you. They're always behind you. And, I mean, this team's something special.
Well, Peyton, let's get a little bit into your background. How did you find yourself a member of the Lincoln Potters this summer?
I've been trying to play for the Potters for the last 2 years. I had them reach out to me, and I had already had an assignment, but I reached out this year, and I was like, hey, guys, I want to come play for you guys. And they had a spot for me, and I took it, so I'm here.
Well, we're very glad you are. Let me ask you what your goals are when you came to the Potters or go to any kind of summer ball. You know, you're coming off your school season. What were your goals as far as you're concerned for what you want to get accomplished this summer?
I mean, the biggest thing is just to have fun. I mean, this atmosphere that we have all these fans. I mean, they love us, they support us, and I mean, it's just to have fun, meet all these new guys, play with them, and just have a good time.
I was going to ask you about pitching in front of these fans. Is that something you guys talk about in the dugout in the clubhouse, about the kind of support you get out here from these Lincoln fans?
Yeah, I mean, we got to give them what they want, right? They love us. They show us their support. I mean, they come here every night, and that's the least we can give them is a win, you know?
That's exactly right. Peyton Stumbo, great job today. 7 innings, get the win. A big win that your team really needed, and I think it really bonded you guys together. So thanks a lot for joining us. We give you congratulations. You're our player of the game. Well done, and we'll talk to you again down the line.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
You got it. Peyton Stumbo, our player of the game. We're back with more post-game right after this on the Stones Radio Networks.